From the Gettysburg Museum of History Studios, high atop Baltimore Street, in a maximum security facility complete with central air, it's AG Today.
Hi, this is Darren.
And Mayor from Breakfast Club Podcast.
This is Dan Casella from the No Pollution of Cowardice podcast.
This is Wayne Motz from the Gettysburg Foundation.
Hi, I'm John Rothman.
Hi, this is Bo Brown.
Hi, this is Joseph Fuqua, and you're listening to Addressing Gettysburg. You're listening to Addressing Gettysburg with Matt Gallery.
Don't ever go on America Got Talent. You won't make it.
Did you say Abe Lincoln?
Bullshit.
The top of the list.
You're listening to Addressing Gettysburg Today.
Podcast.
That was years ago. It fell off. Yeah, hypothesis.
Hey, what happened?
Don't you threaten me, you little son of a bitch.
No! Avril his men elegantly. It's all covered.
Oh, hello, everybody, and all the ships at sea, and all the airplanes in the air, and everything like that, and Virginia, West Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, North Dakota, South Dakota, Alabama.
I didn't know we were doing geography.
I don't know what we're doing. Algeria. I really good evening to you, Bethany.
Good evening, Matthew.
And good evening to all of you at home. I don't know what I'm doing right now.
I can tell.
I must tell you, I came in a little later today. Took my time this morning, so I came in like 10. Okay. And then, I had some stuff to do. I had to make some stills to give to Jason over at the park so that he could, share. Gettysburg National Military Park Winter Lectures 2024, and then has our logos on it and stuff. And so I worked on a couple of. I gave him several different options there, but only one of them's really good. Or actually good. It's not even really good. Well, I figured that they would go with that one.
Okay.
It's just simple font, nothing fancy. But what I did was I figured out I bought a font. You could buy fonts and it's Civil War fonts. And
it's called Civil War.
Yeah. So it's like
Civil War fonts.
Well, it's a package of Civil War fonts that were used at the time in like newspapers and bills and stuff like that. And it also comes with one of the fonts where if you just hit a letter and they give you a list, it corresponds with the actual signature of a Civil War.
So you were playing around
person.
with that.
Yeah. So I should have loaded it in the computer. Maybe I'll do it during the break, and then I'll show you on the third break. But basically, the background is an American flag that Carlton used in the first lecture, and so I made it look like they signed it with markers, and so it's like all these famous signatures, on there and everything. And so I spent far too much time than was required for that. But that's the one they picked. And so,
really? That surprises me.
Because I figured that they would want the simpler font, so I put the simpler font on that background while the other ones were, all over the place.
Okay.
Anyway, so I did that, and then I had to edit the commercial breaks, which aren't even totally finished yet. I have another. I just so much to do. But so there's a new sponsor that I have to still put in to the break and the second break, and so a lot of stuff. And then I look up at the clock, and it's like 3:30 something. I'm like, no, I was gonna go home and shave my head, take a shower. Nope, not happening. So I go, well, at least let me walk around the block. So I walked up to the square, around the square, and back again, and then came in, and then I'm like, all right, time to set up and start thinking about what are we going to do on the show tonight. And sat down, and the doorbell rang, and it was Cindy, and so I went and let her in, and then we got to working, and then you showed up, and then we all got. But so yeah, we got stuff going on today, ladies and gentlemen. What have we got going on? We have a guest with us, Brian Smith, from a place that you haven't possibly heard of yet because it's not open yet.
True.
But it's opening.
We are like, what do you call it when you're the first person? And in the news, breaking news.
Breaking news. That's right. We are. Well, I'm sure we're not, but we are. Perhaps we'll find out. The first interview. Yeah. That's a live interview that's been done with Brian and about the barn resort.
Yeah.
Who knows? And if not, maybe he'll just lie
and say
to make us feel better.
I think that would probably be
the smart thing for him to do. Yes, exactly. Yeah. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. It's down at the old Boyd's Bear. For those of you who remember Boyd's Bear.
Yes.
And it's been sitting there, Boyd's, empty for millennia.
Yeah.
And now it is finally going to be something. And I think, I don't know. We'll find out what's going to be there.
I have so many questions.
I do too.
As an event planner, I've got like a list.
As a guy, have you been in there when it was Boyd's Bear? Mm-hmm. See, I wasn't. I've never been in there. God, it's hot in here.
Former stepmother.
Yes.
Worked for the company that helped build that. So I was in it as it was being built.
When was that built?
I don't know. I was little.
You were little. Okay, so it's not that old.
No.
Some 50 years, perhaps. So you remember it. You've been in there. I've never been in. I don't know what it looks like inside, so I'll have nothing to compare it to. It'll be all brand new to me.
All brand new.
Very exciting.
It was very beautiful on the inside, and I think I can't imagine it still wouldn't be. Although being empty, I don't know. He could have walked into like a disaster area.
Who knows? Maybe pigeon poop
questions.
everywhere.
Yeah,
we're going to find out the answers to that. Also, what else there? Bo, Colby, how you doing back there? You weren't here last week.
I'm doing good, man.
Yeah, what's new?
Just nothing new. Just all the same. Just plugging away. You know?
Yeah. How's everything going with America Fog of War, your number one hit podcast?
If it was the number one hit podcast,
you wouldn't be here.
I might be here, but I might have rode here in a different vehicle.
Would you walk?
Nah. Okay. No. Although you can't beat the M2 boot, man. It's the best thing to take.
Is it?
It is.
Okay.
It is.
I was going to ask you that, actually.
How did you feel after? How'd you feel about your walk around the block today? Probably felt pretty good.
I did. I felt like I could feel my blood flowing through my body again.
Oh my God, it's going to be another exercise talk, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting
ready.
So I was doing a one-handed push-up the other day.
I have good news. Does anybody care?
Okay.
Is it about the gym?
No.
Is it about diet and exercise?
No, it's not.
Do you even lift, bro?
Do you even lift, bro?
No.
Come on, bro.
You do know my dad trained to be a professional weightlifter.
Really, bro?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'd love to meet him, bro.
Yeah, no, you
love to meet him.
No.
What about you, man?
Anyway, I got a promotion at work.
Yes. Okay, you want to talk about that? I thought that was top secret.
Oh no, not anymore.
You got a promotion at work.
I did. I got a promotion at work.
What is the title that you have?
Wait till you hear this. It's not going to fit on any name tag. It is the Friends Membership Program Manager.
Wow, that's a long one. But congratulations. Yes. I don't hear any clapping in the back room, so they clearly don't care about
We're golf clapping.
Oh, they're golf clapping.
I am now the head of the Friends of Gettysburg.
So the head of the Friends of Gettysburg, and what exactly do you have to do? You have to make the Friends
newsletter.
Okay.
The calendars, any
events,
written materials that go out to the Friends.
Sure.
Now, do these Friends include places like Antietam and
no,
this is just Gettysburg.
Just here.
I know, but is Antietam a friend of Gettysburg?
No,
they have their own Friends group.
So it's
I know what you're saying, but they have their own thing.
Who are the Friends of Gettysburg?
There are over
20,000
members worldwide.
Really?
Yep. And over 20,000.
Wow. That's pretty good.
Yeah, they're all over the
place. What's the most unique country Gettysburg has friends in?
I don't know the answer to that question.
I know the answer. It's Uzbekistan. Yep.
Yeah, probably.
That's right.
And we've got, we do events throughout the year, and we raise money for the park. And you kind of get like little behind the scenes things with the parks for us.
Like what? Give us an example so people will join and become a friend.
Like we're going to be doing tours of Little Round Top before it opens.
I've done that. What else?
So just be friends with Matt.
Yeah, just be friends with Matt.
But we do have an opening. Well, we'll get to that in the news, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, are you talking about the? Okay.
Yeah, I could send it to you if you don't.
No, I have
okay.
it.
All right.
I just was like,
Okay.
there's a lot of that going on, so I didn't know which one you were talking about.
I still don't know. I don't know which one I'm talking about.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Well, that's great. Congratulations.
Yes.
I hear it comes with a raise. We're not going to say what it is, but it's
$8 million.
200,000. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got a sizable raise.
Yeah.
Frankly.
You get a company car?
And you get a company car, which is a
No.
Beamer, right? It pays to be a friend.
I thought it was a Tesla.
Coordinator.
It's actually
it
a golf
was
cart that I can take out on the battlefield.
Yeah.
During the summer, dude, that thing's it's gonna be worth its weight in gold.
Yeah.
I know. I'm gonna be zooming around the Pickett's Charge area.
I'd love to have a golf cart.
You want to go over to the, wherever this monument? I'll take you there. Bzzz, and I'll drive people there.
Sure. Wow.
Except that's not at all what will happen.
You want to go to, wherever? I like that.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I want to go wherever.
I'll take you to wherever you want.
I've actually driven on the battlefield in my father's truck during workday, and I got it stuck. So it was almost a new monument.
How'd you get it stuck? Or almost?
It was all mud down in there. It was like
Where?
behind Sherfy, in the field down behind Sherfy.
Why were you in the
building
field?
fences. I was delivering supplies, and it got stuck. And so there was almost a 2007 Nissan truck monument out on the battlefield. They had to come bring chains and a tractor to get me out.
Really? Wow. Well, I'm glad they finally got you out because you wouldn't be here doing the show. You'd be still stuck over there.
Be stuck.
Well, listen, I'm glad that you got the promotion.
Yeah. And then conversely, my husband lost his job.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, we can talk about that now.
Yeah, we can talk about that now.
Should we put the word out for people who might be hiring?
Yeah, if anybody's hiring, Mark normally works in IT, but he said he would do anything because he's just open for anything. He's actually been very good, very upbeat about the whole thing.
And maybe he didn't like it where he was working.
I think he's just done,
Just done. We're all just done.
So they outsourced his job to a new company. And then they told him that he would probably get a job, but it would be in a different state. So he didn't take that.
Right, because you all live here.
Yeah.
Yes.
We live here in Pennsylvania.
Right.
And not in Massachusetts.
All right, and then, so that's good. And then he is looking for a new job, but
he is.
And that came right at the right time because you took this job with a raise, and you're making $8 million.
Yes. Now Mark has worked for the same company since he was 16. So he has never written a resume. He's never had a job interview.
But that doesn't mean you can't do anything, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, he's capable.
He's very capable. The problem is he's just never had to go through that. So I think he's very nervous, as anybody would be.
It's like when a stay-at-home mom's kids are finally old enough to take care of themselves, and then they go out into the world, and it's like, I've missed a lot.
Yes. Well, I suggested that he start staying home with Ezra because we would save money on childcare and yada, yada, yada. And he looked at me like, that is never going to happen.
Right.
Yeah. And not that our child isn't wonderful, because he is, but they're too similar. They would probably murder each other.
They would end up fighting like brothers instead of father and son, is what you're saying.
Yeah. It's not good.
That's funny. All right. Well, great. I hope so. Anybody out there so he's looking for IT. That's what his wheelhouse is, but he's not an idiot, so he can do just about anything you can teach him to do. Yeah. If you don't want to waste time teaching him, then he can do IT. Yeah. If you don't need IT, well, maybe a friend of yours has a company who needs IT.
Like,
if you don't have a friend who has a company who needs IT, maybe Mark's out of luck.
Yeah,
but the Jersey in you really comes out when you say IT.
IT.
What? How do I say
it?
IT. You almost sound British, dude.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to say?
Sounds like you're British saying iced tea.
IT.
Tea.
If you don't have a friend who doesn't need IT, that's stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
If you don't have a friend who doesn't need IT, what?
It's IT? The way you said it. It's the way you say it.
It's the
the inflection
that you use it.
Oh my God. Eric.
I love Eric Clapton.
But he's also
he's the best.
Experienced with supply chain management. So.
Okay. So there you go. He's also experienced with supply chain
management.
Is that how we say it in Jersey?
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that we are putting the word out there, and I hope that we can actually help him get a job. I know. Look, here's what I know about our audience. They're a very generous lot.
Yes, they are.
And if they have the means to help, they contact us and they say, "Hey, I have the means to help, and I want to do it," and they do.
And they do.
Well, I mean, I put them in with people, whether someone knows how to take help, because there are people. I won't say who. But there are people
Matthew Gallery.
No, who have been, someone would offer to help this person. I'm not gonna say who it is. But then they would take the help from the person and they would say thank you.
Brought us
and they wouldn't do anything with the advice that was given. But I know that Mark is not going to be that way.
No, he's
right?
definitely not.
That's right.
He
Mark is going to be like, thank you, and I will take the job and work my buttocks off, right?
Yes.
That's the idea.
That is one thing about Mark. He is a very hard worker.
Good. Well, then that's perfect.
Yeah. He's a good human.
So
I married him. He better be.
Birds of a feather, right?
I know, right?
So, okay. So we've
just admitted that I was a good human. Backhanded way, but you did.
Well, that's,
I'm so happy.
No. I was translating what you were saying, which is that you were a good human. I'm saying, she's saying birds of a feather fly together.
I'm going to take it as you just said I was a good human.
Of course, you are a good human.
Okay.
You wouldn't be associating with anybody here.
Only on Thursdays, though.
Oh, that's true. Only. No, you know what? She's a good human. Otherwise, Culp. She. I hear. Says nice things about me when I'm not looking.
I did. So
and that's a sign of a good human.
That was him.
Yes, I'm out of the running then.
That was him telling me in a backhanded way to tell people about the compliments he got. So
No.
So I work with Chris Quinn.
That's not. I'm saying.
No, but I'm going to tell them. So shh. So he came in. Chris Quinn came into my office the other day, and we were talking, and he brought up the winter lectures. And he had nothing but high praise and compliments of Matt Callery and his experience with the filming of the winter lectures. And he said, I am very proud and I'm so happy we did that.
Yeah, I am too. It's a lot of fun doing it, and I was going to talk about the lectures anyway. I wasn't going to say the nice things I've heard, but thank you for doing that for me, for shilling. Let's see here. I'm trying to find what's coming up next week. Oh, actually not next week. 2 days from now, Saturday. Johnny Hoptack, our friend John Hoptack. Everybody loves John Hoptack. Major General George Sykes, the life and service of Gettysburg's least known and most elusive corps commander, and
he has a bromance.
And I think they mean the same thing. That's a little Jiminy Glick there for you. That is terrible. And then Sunday, January 28th, our buddy Peter Carmichael, Dr. Peter Carmichael. If I ever get back to you, I will live a different life. The life and letters of the Iron Brigade's John Partington and his wife Sarah.
He stood as erect as I am now.
And we hope that Peter will give us some one-liners during his lecture as well. And it's been a lot of fun doing them, and the feedback has been very good.
Yeah,
and
everybody loves it. And Chris Quinn is not an idle flatterer.
A what?
An idle flatterer.
IDLE or IDOL?
IDLE.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about flatterer.
Have you ever
about what called?
Flatterer. Have you ever watched? No. Have you ever watched 1776?
No.
Okay.
I'm not a musical guy. Sorry. Not into musicals.
I can't.
All right, go. So it's from
It's from 1776.
All right. Gotcha. Wow.
And she says, I'm not an idle flatterer, Mr. Franklin. My husband speaks about both of you quite frequently.
I just keep thinking about an idle flatulent. Like I have to move around when I'm flatulent.
What are you talking about?
Oh, our poor guest.
Tell me that's not funny.
Welcome to the show, Brian. No, that is funny. You got to keep moving. Oh, boy. All right, listen, we got to take our break. We've got our guest, Brian Smith from the Barn Resort. New place for you guys to come and visit. We'll find out when it opens. We'll find out what it's going to all be about and
you
how
better be
exciting.
prepared. I've got questions.
Well, there you go. Oh, God. That's loud. So we will we'll come back after these words with
From
our
our
guests.
sponsors.
From our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Want to promote your Gettysburg business? Send an email to sales@addressinggettysburg.com.
Hey Gettys nerds, 2024 is shaping up to be a fun year for Addressing Gettysburg, and we want you to join us. Our Get Out of the Car tours, put together and led by licensed battlefield guide Louis Trott, kick off in April and will be available at a later date for the first time ever on our YouTube channel. Speaking of our YouTube channel, Gettysburg National Military Park's Winter Lecture Series is available exclusively over there from January through March. So be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss a single one. We also brought back our in-person events for you. Starting on February 17th, you can drag yourself over the final stretch of the winter doldrums by coming out to the seminary for Taco Tuesday Trivia Night, but on a Saturday. This event will benefit the Seminary Ridge Museum and Education Center, the Ragged Edge, and Addressing Gettysburg. Contact our friends at the Seminary Ridge Museum and Education Center for tickets. Join us at the Adams County Historical Society on March 16th as we record an episode of our popular biographical series, Spotlight On. This one is a doubleheader featuring Tim Smith and Gary Edelman. Tickets are available on our website under the Events tab. And if you're a patron, you get a discount. How about an outdoor summer concert to make your summer sizzle? Man, was that cheesy. Anyway, Billy Webster is bringing his band to town to perform his entire album of Civil War songs, Marching Through Georgia, just for you. Tune in to AG Today every Thursday to find out when tickets go on sale for that one. We have much more in the works, so be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and now for free on Patreon. We hope to get to meet and spend time with many of you this year as we spread the word about the Battle of Gettysburg and the Civil War. Help us teach the masses that history is not boring. Movies and documentaries about history are spread out across the internet, and their quality is often suspect. History Fix delivers curated historic programming to your preferred device using their website or branded apps. Join History Fix for movies, documentaries, short films, and how-tos. Addressing Gettysburg podcast fans receive 20% off their first annual subscription. So what are you waiting for? Sign up at www.historyfix.com and use promo code ADGBURG. That's ADGBURG.
Want the freshest cup of coffee in Gettysburg? Then visit Bantam Roasters, formerly 82 Cafe at 82 Steinware Avenue. They roast all of their coffee in-house, and they have a full coffee bar to keep you caffeinated during your trip. Visit them at www.raggededgerc.com for their menu and shipping options for all of their freshly roasted coffee. Use promo code Hancock for 10% off your order in the cafe.
This episode of Addressing Gettysburg is brought to you in part by me, audiobook narrator Mike Scott. Narrator of Savis Beattie's Bloody Autumn, the Shenandoah Valley Campaign of 1864, and Unlike Anything That Ever Floated, the Monitor and Virginia and the Battle of Hampton Roads. If you are an author or publisher interested in having your titles produced as audiobooks, or even just in learning more about the process, give me a shout. You can find my contact info on my website, MikeScottVoice.com. That's MikeScottVoice.com.
And Civil War Trails. It's the world's largest open-air museum, and they offer over 1,300 sites across 6 states. Drive the Gettysburg campaign turn by turn, paddle to Frederick Douglass's birthplace, or hike to remote earthworks and artillery positions. Visit civilwartrails.org to request a brochure and explore their interactive map. Follow Civil War Trails and create some history of your own.
Engaging with our complicated past helps us understand there is no them. There's only us, even when we disagree and are divided. For nearly 50 years, my films have explored American stories. I'm honored to announce that I will return to Gettysburg with my colleagues for a festival of screenings, conversations, and events that look at where we've been, where we are, and most important, of course, where we are going.
Was that a ghost? Nah, ghosts aren't real. You're back with Addressing Gettysburg Today. Now here's Matt.
Thank you. All right, we are back, and our guest today is Brian Smith from the Barn Resort, a new and exciting place that is opening TBD.
But spring.
But TBD. But soon. But TBD. This year, but TBD. Brian Smith, welcome to Addressing Gettysburg.
For having me. It's nice to be here.
Yes, sir. Now, is this your first time on a podcast?
That was the important question.
I could say it is.
All right. And is this your first time talking about the Barn Resort to any type of media?
We've done some newspaper articles.
Nope, that's the wrong answer.
Okay.
But yeah, no, go ahead.
Do you want to hear you're the first or best looking?
Both. Always
He's got
both.
your number.
Yeah.
He's got your number.
So, all right. So, what is the Barn Resort is going to be down at what used to be Boyd's Bear.
Correct.
How did you? Are you from here?
Yeah, my parents moved. Our family moved here when I was probably 10 or 11 years old to Gettysburg, just about a half a mile from where the Boyd's Bear, now the Barn Resort, is.
And you decided. What did you do before this?
We had our family had a water treatment and well drilling service company.
Really?
Well, that's
provided
different.
Services to homes, commercial and residential.
So then you decide, let's start a resort.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it was.
How does that come about?
Not quite that easy, but
it doesn't sound it.
I would say, being from the area, familiar with the barn down there. Our family grew up camping, so originally the first idea came from I'm one of 7 kids, so anywhere our family would travel for vacation or see family, we would go in an RV. So,
oh yeah,
most all of our family trips or vacations were in an RV. So, then when I got older, our family does the same thing. So, enjoy traveling in an RV with my family and wife and kids. And as I was traveling around, I would see, got really excited about campgrounds and thought that one day I'd like to have one. And so when I had that idea, and then being from Gettysburg, started thinking of places to have it. And it started off as kind of a conversation at family events. Hey, if we started a campground, the old Boyd's Bear place would be a good place to do it. And
sure.
Hey, what would you do? Sis, and what would you do, brother? And that's how we kind of started the idea and did that for a while. And then one day,
is it a family venture?
Yeah, a lot of family there. We got family that works there, and a lot of family providing input and help. So yeah, I would say it's a family venture.
That's really nice.
So, and I've got a lot of family. So
plenty of potential employees there.
Yeah, so I went from, hey, maybe that's an idea or a dream to maybe I should check into this a little bit. And then my wife and I went and visited the property and just fell in love with it and realized, it's more than just a place for a RV park or campground and started developing the plan of building out the resort. And as we have it's going to be a restaurant, hotel rooms, wedding venue or event venues. But, one of the most popular suggestions we get from people is be a great place to have weddings and events.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a big property. We got 130 acres out there. So
I was going to ask, that's 130 acres.
Holy bejesus.
And I think some of the best views in Gettysburg.
I was going to say the view out there is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
It really is beautiful, especially at sunset.
Yeah, and it's amazing. A lot of people, almost everyone in Gettysburg has opinion of what should be done there and are familiar with the building.
Not here. We've never been that way.
Yeah.
You mean people who have nothing to do with producing anything have an opinion on something in this area?
Not necessarily bad, but just, a lot of people are familiar with it and are sad to see it, close. So I think it has a lot of potential. And as we developed out our plan and family, one of the things also is having a young family. I thought of that Gettysburg needs more family things to do.
I totally agree.
So, and I think there's a lot of history and a lot of museums and monuments, But the number 4 fun thing to do in Gettysburg is the Statue of Lincoln. Get your picture with the Statue of Lincoln in the square. So.
And the Children of Gettysburg 1863 Museum.
Yeah.
Up for vote on the USA Today.
And that. But you're right. The number 4 thing that's fun to do is get a picture taken with a statue. There needs to be, Gettysburg used to get that. We had, what was it called? Fantasyland.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I think we should have a theme park like that again, but I like to see that people are thinking and acknowledging that we live in a modern, living, breathing town that makes its money off of the tourists and needs to figure out a way to attract them because unfortunately, and I hate saying this doing the show I do, unfortunately, history is no longer bringing them. And so you got to have something that lures them in, and then maybe you'll create some history nerds out of that.
Yeah, and when Boyd's Bear was there, I believe it was the number 1 attraction in Gettysburg. There's a lot of people come through the property and the building. There were lines out the door on weekends.
Yeah.
So it was very, very popular, and like I said, me and my wife fell in love with the property and started developing a plan of how we can put it back to service. And I like, my personality is I like solving problems and challenges. So, having the property had been sitting for some time and what to do with it when it was kind of purpose built and how you can, reuse it. And as I would give people tours and walk through, there'd be a lot of ideas. You should do this, you should do that, a wedding venue, an arcade, a restaurant, and the answer is, well, the size of the building, we've got to do it all. It's a big building.
Yeah, you've got the room.
And we got the room, so it's exciting.
So let's go into that a little bit there. So you got hotel room. So it's 130 acres, campground.
Yeah, campground is just going to be part of it. It's not.
But what kind of campground are we talking about?
We're talking about RV park, kind of a modern RV park.
Can I pitch a tent there, or is it just RVs?
Sure, we'll have both.
Okay. And then, but you also said that there are hotel rooms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so in the first phase, is what we're opening the property in different phases. So the first phase to open would be the restaurant, event space. We will have an arcade. There'll be a lounge there as well. So we have the arcade, the farmhouse restaurant's the name of the restaurant inside. We have.
Is that a farm to table type of thing?
No, it's going to be a smorgasbord or family style.
Oh, nice
Restaurant.
Okay.
And but very family friendly. We have the arcade inside. We're going to have some play structures outside. So just being again having young children and going to restaurants, we wanted something that was family friendly, not that would scare away adults without kids or anything like that, but give a place for them to play a little bit as well as come and eat. Very family friendly.
And then tell me about the rooms. You got hotel rooms that you're going to have.
Yeah,
How many?
We'll have about 70 rooms.
Holy
is it that big?
Yeah.
Wait a second. Really?
Yeah, it's a big
70 rooms. I mean, I know it's a big building, but I didn't know it was
gargantuan,
that.
Yeah.
So
the
70 rooms.
The building's 5 stories. And
okay,
it's so the restaurant, arcade, lobby area, event space, all that's on the first 2, and then the other 3 will be hotel rooms. So,
wow,
big building.
Yeah. Okay. And then, what kind of rooms are we talking about here?
These are all going to be like suite size rooms because of the unique size of the building and that it's larger and deeper than a typical hotel would be built. A lot of the rooms turned out to be very large or suite size. So, and we're going to have some bunk rooms. So we'll have, if families come, they can have bunks. We have a couple rooms that'll have lofts. So they'll have like a hay loft built into them.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited right now.
That's, man, I want to stay there.
Can we go on a tour?
Yeah, that's a great question. Can we get a tour?
There's a list you have to sign up, a waiting list, but we can see if we can get you on it.
Okay.
Depends who you know.
Okay.
We know you now.
I know you.
So, but, I mean, really, can we? When? Okay, I know you don't have a date that it's going to be open for, but how far along are you in the project?
We're within a couple months of being open to the public.
Okay, so it's almost done.
First, we'll have a soft opening where I invite all my friends and family out
And podcast acquaintances.
Podcast people.
Yeah.
Test it on them.
Sure.
And then we'll come up with a grand opening date.
Okay.
If it helps, I have a child that I can test some of that child stuff.
Right, and if it helps, I've stayed in hotels before. And Cindy works for hotels. So she's worked her way all the way up, and she's, she's very knowledgeable about hotels. So we could go in there and,
the restaurant, bar area, arcade, that'll be open here, early spring. Hotel rooms will be the end of this year, beginning next year is expected, and we'll probably have some RV sites and so forth beginning next year as well.
Wow.
Now, I've heard, tell me, is this a rumor or is this true? I've been hearing people say that Pickett's Buffet is moving down there.
Yeah, we when Pickett's closed and the trust bought the property there, we kind of worked out a deal where we could provide job opportunities to the employees and move some of the staff down there. So some of our current staff is from Pickett's. We did change the name, and we're going to keep some of the mainstay, recipes and so forth.
Okay.
But it's some things are carrying over, but it's a new name, new chef.
Okay.
But we
So, that's interesting, though. That was a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Was that your idea?
Just
say yes.
I guess it was my idea.
Yeah, there you go.
Now,
Go ahead.
I have some questions.
Shoot.
One, what was the state of the building when you bought it?
Great
was
question.
Were there pigeons flying through it?
The building has metal siding, and it's a steel and concrete structure actually. So it's in good shape. So when we bought it, you walked in the door after I found where the light switch were, turned the lights on.
Important.
Imagine someone shutting off the lights and locking the door and walking away for 8 years, and then a couple people had snuck in at times or something, but largely been unoccupied for years.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just as they left. I mean, did they leave anything there, or was it just empty?
They left some items. Some of the tables and chairs were left there, but that's probably about it.
So no pigeons got in or anything, or any kind of.
I can't confirm or deny that.
Okay. And you said some people snuck in over the years.
There's rumors of that, yeah.
Yeah, but
I've seen videos online.
Oh,
of
really?
people sneaking in, yeah.
People are wonderful.
Was that Matt? Was that Matt?
No, it wasn't
Yeah, it was
Matt.
me.
It wasn't Matt.
Well,
I
made a mistake. So when we were walking through there, and I said I have young kids, and I guess my oldest son at the time was 7 or so, and 6 or 7, and I would say he saw some glass broken, and I said, some teenagers broke in, and busted the glass, and then I made that mistake because even since then he thinks teenagers are all bad. All teenagers are bad because I said, maybe some teenagers broke in and busted something. So.
Oh no!
But isn't it funny though? Like when you're a little kid, you think teenagers are bad. Why do you think teenagers are bad? Because your parents, who are now pissed that they're no longer young enough to be teenagers, and they're feeling old and tired, hate teenagers for their youth, and so. It's this I hate teenager, on rye sandwich.
Yeah, I mean, I guess adults do, and so does my 7-year-old.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. But they're not all bad.
No.
They tell me I haven't met a good one. Well, actually, no, Paige is a good one. You all met Paige.
No.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
You haven't met her, or she's not good?
No, I haven't met her. I haven't met her.
Touche.
Okay, next question.
No, you met her.
No, I have not met her.
I think you did meet her.
I'm pretty sure I haven't.
Didn't she? Wasn't Paige here, or wasn't she here when Paige?
I don't know. She knows Veronica.
Oh, maybe when it was before you took over for Veronica.
It was the last day.
Well, don't worry. Paige is coming on next weekend, next week, and she's bringing Chase. And you're going to meet her boyfriend, 2 teenagers who are actually good. I talked to her this morning. I said, come on next week. Everybody's asking me, how's Cindy's daughter? How's Cindy's daughter? So she's going to update you straight from the horse's mouth, okay?
So back to the bar.
But anyway, back to our guest.
Next question. Event space.
Mm-hmm.
Can you elaborate a little bit more? As an
Yes.
event planner, that would be good
That
to
was
know.
actually my next question.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as event space, I mean, we had obviously we have outside, so we have a large outside venue. I imagine some festivals and different things coming in the future, large outdoor events. Again, fantastic views, a lot of grounds, a lot of parking. So I think it's set up well for that. And then inside, we, whether it's a small event, we have some meeting rooms, we have some conference rooms, and then we have a large, ballroom fit, over 300 people if you set up for like a conference or a speaking event, and probably
or podcast recording.
And then you have for maybe a table dinner, you can fit almost 250 people. So
wow,
good bit of space.
God,
I don't know if there's room.
I know. I got a good. I remember being in it when it was being built, but I don't remember it being that big. I must not have been in the whole space.
Well, you were what, 8?
I don't know. When was it built?
2002.
So you were.
Oh, I was
3.
older than that.
You were like 29.
I was in 10th grade.
Okay. So you were old enough to remember.
I was old enough. Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but all my baby pictures are in color. So.
Wow. That is saying something.
All mine are on paper. Also color.
Next question.
Yeah.
The big mural that used to be on, is it still there?
It is still there.
Are you going to keep it?
Most likely not.
Okay. Okay.
What was the mural?
Of the Bears.
It's
on the outside. Yeah.
It's faded pretty good. And,
it is.
And,
it is.
And trying to reuse the building, finding uses for it, and being hotels, one of them, we're going to put some windows in there, and that kind of will disturb it.
Yeah.
So you could keep it, but it might be some missing
But I
parts.
kind of want to now open a window out onto like the bear's face. That would be fun. Right?
Like the bear's mouth just...
And it opens and it's me on a balcony.
Singing some
Think
stupid
about,
song.
oh my God, I would totally sing.
The hills are alive. Yeah.
So, next question.
Great. I got wait, I got one here. Oh no, you go ahead because you're going through a. Go ahead.
How does one get a hat?
Okay, that was an end of the interview question.
Well, you didn't tell me you were at the end.
I thought you were on a roll.
Yeah, when I guess another thing we didn't mention is we will have a retail store. It's going to be called Smith's General Store.
That's funny because your last name is Smith. I get it. I get the joke.
So we'll have some souvenirs there, some swag, obviously. So we'll have a gift shop there, and that's where you'll be able to pick up your hat.
No, Brian.
Brian doesn't get this.
No.
When you have a new business, you give things away.
Yeah. So Brian, the correct response was, "I have one in my truck. Would you like it?" And then I say yes, and then I act like you're very gracious.
You may not want the one that's in my truck.
When she starts clapping at you.
No, this is how it goes.
Right. You might not want the one that's in your truck, though. It's probably all sweaty and dingy.
Well, I'll take that one if that one's new.
Yeah,
is that
they
one
are
new?
the best ones.
This one replaced the one in my truck.
I don't think... You're probably just better off buying
What's your wife's name?
Rachel.
Rachel, if you're listening, I would like a hat, and I would like one that doesn't have your husband's sweat on it. Thank you. Love you.
All right, how about jobs? How many positions do you think when it opens that you're going to be able to offer to the community?
I mean, we're right when we were first opened here this spring, we're probably talking 60 to 80, combination of full-time and part-time jobs.
Is that in addition to all the people you have lined up from pickets and everything that you're currently working with?
That's probably in total.
We
already have
Do you need IT?
I heard that. I don't think so yet. But the
tell him to stay unemployed for a while.
Yeah,
he said he could do a lot. So.
He can.
So we have it can be a good bit of jobs, and probably when we're fully open, let's say 12 months or so from now, it'll probably be over 150
Holy
jobs. Is what we're
bejesus.
expecting.
Well, I mean, with 70 rooms, you'd think just that alone would have to employ 5 people. So then you have,
Brian, this is big.
Yeah, where did you get the idea?
What?
So, I mean, I know we already asked where you got the idea, but how did you go from? Do you have any background in hospitality?
Only as a consumer.
Right. Okay. No, 'cause I'm the same way. Because I get ideas, but I have no background in those industries, and of course, I let people say, "Well, you don't know anything about hotels," and then I go, "Yeah, I give up." And then, but you actually go, it's like, I admire this. So that's why I'm asking you.
How many times
I want to be inspired.
And it's not just me. We have a good team. We have some advisors, good team members. We already started, some of the staff is already there. So we have a good team, and that's really the foundation of it. It's not just what I can do. So I may not know something, but we can hire some people that's their expertise and bring them on the team.
But it was your idea.
His family. He and his family.
Right. But that's what I mean by you.
I would say
the royal you.
somehow the idea got on my heart, and it's become a passion project. Very excited about it. And, how do we get from where I was doing to this? I can tell you if your podcast was longer, I could tell you the full story, but I would say that combination of come up with some ideas and opportunities and really the Lord opening ways. And
that happens.
It's very clear to me that it's meant to be, because if you add it up, how do you get from there to here? It doesn't make a lot of sense, but the Lord opened doors and made it possible.
Wasn't I just saying that before everybody got here when we were talking about the lectures?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just saying that before, where all of last year I was saying to myself, 2024, I have to take YouTube more seriously and start producing videos. I need to buy a camera. I got to psych myself up to spend this money, and I'll spend it at the end of the year. And then the end of the year was approaching, and I'm like, I'm not really in the mood to be spending this amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
And then Chris Quinn says, hey, would you want to, instead of record the audio, which I traditionally did of the lectures, would you want to do the video? And I was like, that's my excuse to buy the camera, because I'll start the year off doing the lectures. That will hopefully grow the YouTube channel. And then I will produce videos throughout the year and then start releasing them, later in the year. And you're absolutely right. Like you get an idea and it just kind of manifests itself, and all the things you need fall into place when the time is right. And no, that's good. I love to hear stories like that too, because like in retrospect, if you look back, there is like you can connect A to B to C to D. Like you could connect them all. It doesn't make any sense when you're going through it necessarily, but then when you look back a little bit, you're like, oh, okay, I see how that worked out, and it almost reads like a story.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How many times did you cry in the process of this? Because I would just be
Good question.
When you walk into that building, I mean, you're saying how huge it is and it's shocking us. It had to be overwhelming.
Yeah.
Well, I told you I like taking on challenges, right? So I haven't met a challenge that,
I didn't like.
There's that one TV show where challenge accepted. That's that's me. I can't say I've cried through the process, but I think I can say I've been humbled. I've walked in a building and or spoken to someone. Wow, how did this happen? How am I this fortunate? How am I this blessed? So, and again, I go back to, God has blessed us and made open doors and made it happen. I give Him the credit, but yeah. So, I haven't cried, but
I would have
being in awe and humbled many times.
It's just hearing you talk about it is like mind blowing. I wouldn't have been able to do it.
I don't want to oversell it, and you come over and then you think it's too small. So
no, I don't think we're going to think that at all.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, just the fact that you have 70 hotel rooms in there, plus all that other stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't realize it was that big.
And a banquet hall for 200 So to give people perspective, for those of you that are Gettysburg nerds and have come to the visitor center, we can fit 250 people in that lobby. And you know how big that lobby is.
And I've been to one or two events in there where they have the tables out and everything.
Yeah. And that's like squeezing people in at 250. So it's bigger. It's a bigger space than the visitor center lobby.
Yeah, to be clear, it'd be a squeeze to get 250 in. 200 would be comfortable, but 250, the dance floor is pretty small.
Yeah. But, we don't have a dance floor. Oh. I don't even have room for the coat rack. I got to put the coat rack over in the Ford room.
Yeah.
Well, you could have a dance floor like outside the theaters.
Yeah, but it's not in that space. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it's not in that where the tables are.
Well, I can tell you, I went over to the visitor center the other day, and
I know, I heard
they do have a pretty good hot dog.
I heard it was quite
I've never had their hot dogs. Wait, why was it a kerfuffle when he went to the visitor center? And how did you hear about it? Because it was a kerfuffle.
Because there was a kerfuffle. So I don't know how it came up that you told people who
Maybe
you
it was
were.
the hat.
No, I think did you say something like we're here just looking around?
I may have mentioned that we worked down the street at the Barn Resort and
just check.
And then why everybody was like, it was like the Beatles had just shown up, or like what was the kerfuffle?
It was like, well, what do they want to know? Do they want to work with us? Like, what are we talking here? What's going on? And I was like, guys, I think they just came to see what we do.
Yeah.
So when somebody asks them, what else is there to do in Gettysburg?
But it's also a similar.
I'll tell you a secret while I was there. I was hungry for lunch, and I went. No secret mission. We went out with some of the crew and was going to go to Tommy's, and it was closed on Tuesdays.
I'm telling you.
And
so
I was there.
I made a right hand turn and said, let's hit the visitor center, because the other connection between the barn and visitor center is Kinsley Construction had built that building, and they built it a couple years after they built Boyd's Bear.
Yeah.
And a lot of the materials are the same.
Yep.
So I enjoy going over there because I see the similarities between the buildings.
Yeah. Okay. Because I was going to say
we got the same front door. We got the same siding.
Yeah.
That siding is very similar. Yeah. The trusses in the inside of the building, that was my stepmother made. Her company made that. It was York PB Truss back in the day when I don't even know if they're still around.
Well, it's all connected in some way there, because they are similar buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
Made to look like a barn.
Made to look like a barn, a round barn.
Mm-hmm.
And how many floors are in it?
5 floors.
5 floors.
Yeah. I remember when it was first announced that you had bought the building.
Mm-hmm.
He just got the 5-story.
He said 5 stories before. I forgot he said that.
Yeah. He just
I'm
made that
sorry.
connection.
Okay.
That's what that means. But when you bought it, there was a newspaper article saying that, hey, local guy buys the thing. And I remember there was a picture of you and your family in front of the fireplace.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember thinking to myself, oh my God. I remember that's the one thing I remember from that place is that fireplace. Mm-hmm. That thing goes all the way to the top, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's the chimney. You can see the stone in the atrium or the lobby area, and that's still there. Yeah, so the fireplaces are there. There's one in the lower level in the restaurant, so that's going to be kind of like we're going to have a big family table sitting in front of that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice long table in front of that, and then on the first floor is going to be in the lobby. So still there, still works. I've caught some of my family members sitting in front of it a time or two. So yeah, beautiful spot. Another big thing I remember about the building is they would put a big Christmas tree in there.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah,
I'm really excited. We're going to go all out at Christmas time.
Yeah,
we're going to have some big Christmas decorations, big tree, a lot of photo spots. So I think at Christmas we can really do it up for that property as well.
The other thing that'll be great about it is that it's an attraction for the south end of town, which there really isn't.
Not anymore.
Not since Boyd's Bear left, right?
Yeah. Well, there used to be other stuff down there, but it's not.
Well, way back.
Yeah. Way back.
I mean, there's a bowling alley, but that's something more locals would do. Yeah. Is that even open anymore?
I don't even know.
I don't even know either.
I heard it's going to be opening up more often.
Is it?
Soon.
Okay. Yeah. So, but now there's a place to go to dinner after the shows.
I know. And when we have kids come in the museum, like the first thing parents say as they're heading out, what else is there to do for kids in this town? And unfortunately, we have to say right now,
go take a picture with Lincoln.
Yeah, not that much. So I'm excited to have more stuff to tell.
It is a big complaint. And the other complaint I hear often is that there's nothing to do at night for adults that want to go out and do something. There's one or two places that are, let's say, savvy enough to stay open past 9 o'clock. Mm-hmm. And keep their bar open and kitchen open. Mm-hmm. And they benefit certainly from that. And it's not just the college kids that go. It's there's tourists. It's funny because like you go in the middle of the summer, the height of tourist season, Saturday, and you see people standing there like, wahapa. Like they don't know, there's nowhere for them to go. And you look at your watch and it's like 9:15. And they want to do something. They want to go shop the shops and everything. but sidewalks roll up, early around here, and every time I don't know, I try to convince people to stay open later, but they always have 1.5 million excuses. So you're gonna have like wild party time down there, right?
It is family friendly, so it's not wild party time, but
okay.
You have to keep your clothes on, Matt.
It will be a place to hang out. We got one thing we have is a lot of space, view. So if you were talking about like an evening, we'll have an indoor-outdoor bar area.
Nice.
Adjacent to some play structures for, kids. So kind of a beer garden type setting outside. So a good bit of space.
So what would be fun is to do, like when you have your grand opening or something, do a show from there.
Mm-hmm.
And but you don't know when that's going to be yet. But we'll keep in touch.
I have a pretty good idea, but
okay, gotcha.
We'll talk offline.
Yeah.
Now, when HCAS,
ACHS?
yes,
Adams County Historical
the Historical Society, they have letters, and I'm not good at that. Opened. Andrew asked me to bring my son up to see how much could be destroyed by a child. And when we left, I gave him a whole handful of things that my son had taken off the wall. We weren't asked back. Now, if you have a playground and you need it play tested, I don't know if Ezra could destroy that. So, I'm just putting Ezra out there as a playtest child.
Yeah, he could destroy things with the best of them. So if
they
you need an extra...
added things to that museum specifically because of my child.
The first 100 people to buy a hat also get to play on the playground.
Wow, you're good.
Yeah,
you're good. You snookered her into buying the hat after all.
I want to buy a hat.
That was good. I like that. Oh, just buy the damn hat.
Okay.
What is it? $5-10? How much is that?
You want to support local businesses, don't you?
Brian.
I think he got you.
Yeah.
He did. That
He
was
really got you.
evil.
No, it was smart.
It was smart. Savvy businessman. Well,
I told you I have a large family, right? I've given away plenty of hats so far. Glad
So
to
what's
do so.
one
Did you
more?
not know we were cousins?
2 more.
You know, Yingling and Smith family
3
together.
more.
Yeah.
How about one for the whole crew? One big one. We'll all stuff ourselves in it. Brian, let's see. You have no hard date yet. We've said that before. TheBarnPA.com. TheBarnPA.com is the website. You have social media too?
Yes.
So follow. Thanks for the details. So follow them, find them, and then follow them on Facebook?
Yeah.
Instagram?
Yes.
YouTube?
Don't think so.
Oh, you should get a YouTube.
He owns the place. He's not the marketing director.
Well, you should get your marketing director to have a YouTube, and then you can do things. But anyway, point is, find them on social media, follow them on social media, wait with bated breath for them to open up, and we will certainly let you know about that, because I think you're going to come on again. Is that the plan? Closer to the grand opening. Of course, we will be getting our free hotel rooms there to test it out and speak from personal experience so that we can really recommend it to the listeners and all of that jazz. Brian, thank you very much for coming on.
This has been great. Thank you.
All the best to you with this. I really hope it works out. It sounds like a great idea. I'm glad to see something going on with that property down there, without it just falling into disrepair and turning into a blight, an eyesore. So thanks very much for stepping up for the community and doing something down there and bringing some life back to that area there.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. We'll talk to you next time. Well, no, we'll talk to you later. We're going to take a break. We'll talk to the rest of you guys after these words. We'll be right back. Thanks, Brian.
Been craving a Hot Pocket or a bag of popcorn? Now's the time to go and get it. You've got 5 to 8 minutes, so don't be late. We'll be right back.
Who can forget the sounds of the 60s?
The 1860s. I can't, and you can't either. Now, there's Marching Through Georgia, the exciting new album by Billy Webster. All of your favorite hits of the 1860s in one place. Such hits as Gary Owens, the Battle Hymn of the Republic, All Quiet Along the Potomac Tonight, Marching Through Georgia, and much, much more. So what are you waiting for? Go to billysongs.com and order your digital download of Billy Webster's Marching Through Georgia today. That's billysongs.com. Seminary Ridge Museum and Education Center, Gettysburg's premier museum, is housed in the historic Lutheran Seminary building constructed in 1832, a witness to the first day of battle. The museum's 3 floors of exhibits connect visitors to the dilemmas that led to the Civil War, provide a powerful and personal view of the battle's first day, and explore one of the battlefield's largest hospitals. No visit to Seminary Ridge Museum and Education Center is complete without a guided tour of the building's famous cupola, where on the eve of battle, officers and civilians saw thousands of Confederate soldiers' campfires burning to the west, and Brigadier General John Buford watched for vital federal reinforcements as fighting erupted on the morning of July 1st. Today, you can stand where Buford stood and discover how this view helped chart the course of the Battle of Gettysburg. Your trip to Gettysburg is not complete without a serious visit to Seminary Ridge Museum and Education Center, Gettysburg's premier museum. Purchase tickets online at seminaryridgemuseum.org or call 717-339-1300. To get tickets or a cupola tour, listeners may call or walk in and mention addressing Gettysburg, or by ordering online using the promo code AG1863 for 20% off. Seminary Ridge Museum and Education Center. It began here.
There's a devil to pay.
If you're a lover of history, then go to trhistorical.com. There you'll find apparel, drinkware, decor, and more featuring a wide range of interests from the ancient world to the Cold War. Looking to make an impression with the perfect gift? Well, TR Historical now offers gift cards and a vintage wrapping service for a truly unique presentation. And our listeners will receive 10% off plus free shipping in the U.S. when you use promo code GBERG1863. So go to trhistorical.com, TR Historical, for the love of history.
Think outside the bus and let family-owned Gettysburg Tours take you on a cycling journey across the picturesque and historic Gettysburg battlefield. There's no better way than by bicycle to gain a feel for the terrain of the battlefield. Slow enough to see it all, yet fast enough to do it all. Follow the route of Union troops entering the fray as you ride to the site of the first shots of this epic 3-day battle. Feel the drama as you put yourself in the position of a Confederate soldier just before he steps off to make Pickett's charge. Take a stand with the heroic Colonel Chamberlain on the slopes of Little Round Top, just before you view the fields of honor beneath you from its summit. All of our guides are officially licensed by the National Park Service. So don't get a sore neck trying to see out of your car, and saddle up with Gettysburg Tours for a 360-degree view of America's most important piece of real estate. Gettysburg Tours. Think outside the bus. Go to gettysburg.com or call 717-752-7752 to book a battlefield experience you will never forget.
You've heard us promote various ways that you can help us keep the show going, but one way we haven't pushed too much is our sutlery at addressinggettysburg.com/shop. That's a shame because we have designs over there by talented artists like Ty DeWitt of 1863 Designs and Mike Stretch of the Heritage Depot. So now we're promoting it. Buying shirts, hoodies, mugs, and other items from our sutlery not only helps us keep the lights on, but it also helps guys like Ty and Mike, and it helps spread the word about the show every time you wear an item or you sip from your mug. So head over to addressinggettysburg.com/shop and grab some merch. It's the perfect Christmas gift for the Gettys nerd in your family. That's addressinggettysburg.com/shop.
Our favorite bookstore in Gettysburg is For the Historian, located at 42 York Street. It's because they have the best selection of Civil War books in Gettysburg, both new and used. And online, they have even more to choose from. And if the Civil War isn't your thing, that's not a problem. This is For the Historian, after all. They cover history from the ancient world to the 21st century with a strong selection of World War II and American Revolution books. It's astounding how many thousands of titles from Osprey, Savas Beatty, UNC Press, and more they have in their store. And that's because, well, they have a warehouse too. And that's where they keep all the books that are available online at forthehistorian.com. And folks, if you go to forthehistorian.com now and order books until you're blue in the face, be sure you mention that you heard about them on Addressing Gettysburg in the Note to Seller box, and they will refund your shipping costs. And if you prefer to stop by when you're in town, well, you could do that too. Just mention Addressing Gettysburg at checkout, and they'll take 20% off the retail price of your item. So go to forthehistorian.com or stop by 42 York Street, or you can call them at 717-685-5207. That's forthehistorian.com or 717-685-5207.
You're listening to Addressing Gettysburg.
You're listening to the man who refuses to travel while single. I love that I never read these before I start. Okay, all right. You're listening to the man who refuses to travel while single. Here's Matt.
Do you live, bro? Do you Bruh.
Bruh. Do you even live, bro?
Do you even live, bro? Bruh.
It sounds like you're saying bra.
It is. I am saying brah. This is idiots. They go brah, brah. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, Jake Schindel from the Ragged Edge Coffee House coming on next week.
Which
is February 1st.
Which is coming on to talk about the new competition on the block.
Well, I'm certainly gonna bring that up to him, Colby. I certainly am. But in private first.
Why do you have a random bag of tuna just sitting on the desk back here?
In case I randomly get hungry.
I mean, it's not even refrigerated, man.
You don't need it to be refrigerated. You buy it off the shelf.
You're going lukewarm tuna right now.
Dude, first of all, it's flavored lukewarm tuna, so it's like
hickory smoked, in case you were wondering.
Yes.
This is just as bad as the lifting conversation.
Dude,
you
don't
also have wild Alaskan smoked.
What if we just
smoked salmon? Yeah,
We'll just talk amongst ourselves.
Do you even eat protein, bro? Bruh, how are you even lifting and not even eating a lot of protein, bruh?
Hey, Cindy, how was your day today?
My day was great.
Was it? It was good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a really crazy day too. Yeah,
Poor people listening.
Yeah.
Just evolved into chatter.
It really has, but I have the sliders here at my fingertips.
You are No, he pushed
put them
Cindy
down.
and I down to nothingness.
They were talking about inane stuff, brah. They weren't even. Brah, they weren't even talking about lifting or diet.
Tuna.
Yeah, brah.
Were they talking about bras, bra?
They weren't. No, not even bras, brah. They were talking.
That should be a South Park.
717-420-1978 is the phone number if you want to call in, brah.
Snap that.
Talk me, brah. Oh, there's so much to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I got so many papers around here. Where am I? What is going on? Brah.
Right now, the viewers are looking at a very interesting photo.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Okay. This is bras and brazettes. You might remember Bo Brinkman has been on the show many times, and he's mentioned this photograph. And I honestly have to tell you, I never believed him that this existed, because he said, I did this photograph of I'm behind Martin Sheen, and I drew my sword, and I'm like, ha! And it's somewhere at my house, and of all the photographs I've seen, I've never seen it anywhere, not in my friend John's collection, not in any museum. And I'm like, he's making this up. Well, over Christmas break, I guess he was going through some stuff, and he found the photo, and he sent me a picture of it. And I said, can I please put this on the show? And he said, of course, brah. And so, courtesy of Bosef Brinkman, this photograph here, historic, never before seen by the public. There it is. It's just obviously Major Taylor did not try to assassinate Robert E. Lee with his sword. That is simply a gag photograph there. So there it
My
is.
favorite part, courtesy of Broseph Brinkman.
Yeah, Bosif,
Bosif.
brah.
Bosif.
Bosif, brah.
If you're going to throw the R in there, he's Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Yes.
Bosif.
So, okay, brah. All right, let me read you a listener email, okay, brah?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's start with I don't know. Oh, this one here. This is a heartwarming one. I like the heartwarming ones, brah. Here we go, brah. Matt, I've been wondering when the right time to lay this out would be, as I've been thinking about the meaning of AG and the war a lot the past year. And you probably don't know how much you've helped me. I listened to your end of the year show a few weeks ago, and let me tell you, man, I would love to sit and buy you a few drinks to talk to you about how a single episode changed the way I look at my dysfunction of PTSD. I am a 4-tour Iraq-Afghanistan veteran, and while I cannot come close to realizing what the boys of 61 to 65 went through, I do share the sense of post-traumatic stress. I often struggle with it and have immense survivor's guilt from close buddies who did not make it back. Your episode on PTSD and the Civil War gave me so much hope. I hope the guys who were on that with me are listening to this. Through the words of Civil War veterans, and it really provided me with some strength I needed at the time. As you often say, we think of these guys as larger than life. They weren't. And to know they struggled with some of the same things seriously gives me a little added confidence I need each day. I often reflect and listen to that episode. Anyway, I know this show is a lot to handle, man, but please, brah. But and a lot to handle, brah. But please, no, he doesn't. He didn't say brah. He said man.
I know.
But please know that you do make a difference in the lives of many. You are doing a lot of good work in many ways, and I just want you to know that I appreciate it. That is why I continue to be a first lieutenant member. Smart gentleman here. I believe in you and the show because of how you have personally helped me through some shit. Hope to grab a drink sometime, man. And sorry for the color guard not coming through this year. Don't worry, we'll have him next year. That's from Adam. Thank you very much, Adam.
Very sweet.
Yeah, it's very nice. I get a lot of those, but I thought that was particularly nice because I know that when we did the PTSD episode on Patreon, Rob Abbott was with us, and he's a Marine. He is a Marine colonel. I said was, and he corrected me.
He corrects.
Yeah, he goes, nope, not with the Marines. Right, Culp? Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Oh, for sure.
That's right, bro. And
I thought I was going to get a new raw, and I didn't.
I know. I thought he was going to.
You got to really go above and beyond for a raw, dude. You know, bro.
Anyway, Rob was on, and he was very careful. Wanted to be very careful. Like, we weren't acting as psychiatrists or therapists or in any way.
Yeah.
We were just talking about it, through the words of Civil War guys. And I said to him, well, listen, why don't you kind of lead the way on this one? And I'll just kind of sit here and figure out where I can fit in. But because you have a concern, you have an idea.
Yeah.
You've dealt with guys that, and maybe he has it himself and everything like that. And so, I just really, I wanted to read that for the sake of Rob and everybody else who was on the show with me, because there were like 4 of us.
Who else was on?
Oh, I was afraid you were going to ask that.
I'm sorry. Rob Abbott is a fantastic.
It was like 2 years ago, or maybe it was a year ago. I don't remember. I mean, somebody can look it up. I'm sure 6 Questions might be able to do that, brah. I don't know. But we'll figure that out.
Okay.
I have a couple of names I want to say, brah, but I don't want to say it because I could be confusing some episodes. It's on Patreon, Send, if you want to search for it. Okay. But anyway, so that was that there. Kolb, you don't have to leave Taylor on there if you don't want to.
Oh, all right.
Speaking of Taylor, how is our sweet Tay-Tay, and is she coming to dinner with us tonight? Are you coming to dinner with us tonight?
I don't know. That's still kind of up to talk about that before I came over. I don't really know what the game plan is for dinner, but she's doing good. She had today off.
Oh, nice.
But yeah.
Oh, well, then you guys got to come out for dinner.
Yeah, she does work tomorrow though.
Well, we don't have to stay out late, brah.
I work tomorrow too, so
Yeah.
you know.
Me too.
It's rough.
Yeah, and I think about working
Gotta
tomorrow.
leave. She leaves at like 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Leaves at 4:30 in the morning.
I do not.
What time's she getting up? Like 2?
Nah, I mean she's
bro.
not one of those. She's not one of those girls that takes forever to get ready, especially for work. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you know, bro, it is what it is.
Oh God.
I love
I'm
the
from
bra
Florida.
stuff.
I could drop the bras all day. We can get into a flow of talking here where it'll just start coming out. I won't even mean it. I won't even mean it comedically. It'll
Yeah.
start coming out of me.
All right, so it's sorry here just to answer. It was Rob Abbott, Tracy Bear, Rick Schrader, and Reverend Andy Hart. So we got Marine veteran, Tracy, licensed guide. I don't believe he's a veteran.
I don't know him very well.
Okay. Rick Schrader had him on because he's a surgeon.
Medical.
He's a medical guy. And Reverend Spiritual, Andy Hart there. So we had all the bases covered. And this is nothing against that show, but I don't remember what we talked about.
You know who is impressive to me?
you do a lot.
A guide and a veteran is lieutenant colonel, or maybe he's colonel, old bird colonel. But he was on for the Lincoln's the Gettysburg Address.
Tom Vossler?
No, he's a Marine. He works up at the War College still. He lives here in Gettysburg though, and he's a guide. Bald.
Well, that narrows it down.
Younger. I mean, younger for like when you.
Doug Dowd?
Doug Dowd. Yeah.
He's impressive, man. That guy.
He was a speechwriter.
He's
I'm not gonna. Don't say it on the air. But do you know where he lives?
I do know where he lives.
Okay.
It's a
Don't say it.
I'm not gonna say it, but it's an awesome house.
Yeah, it's my dream house.
It's awesome.
So I got to figure out a way for him to sign it over to me.
Was he Petraeus'? Was he Petraeus' speechwriter, or
I forget who, but it was like a joint chief. I think.
I think he was on Petraeus' staff.
I don't recall.
And one of the kindest humans.
Dude,
he really is.
Really nice guy. And him and I think I had. I hate getting into this unprepared because I'm gonna forget people, but I had. Wait, I could see his face. Oh.
Describe him.
But Colby, do you forget?
Is he bald?
I forget things. Dude, I'm telling you, it is so bad. It's
like,
so
but I mean, like after you do like if somebody says to you, "I love insert show that came out 2 years ago here of yours," and then they make a reference to one little line that might have been a throwaway line that you made or it's just joke or whatever, and then do you have no clue what they're talking about?
Well, I don't have as many shows out as you, so I'm sure it's worse for you than it is for me. And the difference is I'm like on your, if it's an interview show, then yeah, I'll have that problem. But all of your shows are interview shows for the most part. Whereas like, our Hip Pocket history classes, that's something Tommy and I scripted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, or we went through at least research. We maybe didn't script everything.
Well, yeah, but I scripted that narrative episode, and I can't remember anything from that.
How long ago did you do it though?
Well, it was 5 years
I can't
ago.
remember. Now, there's certain
It's
things.
not
about
like a
my
Monty
first
Python sketch that you're going to remember for all time.
But I mean, you write it, you read it, you write it, you edit it, you read it, you mess up, you read it again, you edit it again. Now you edit it, the audio of it, you hear it over and over and over again. You listen to it in a car to see if it sounds good. You listen to it on your Bluetooth to see if it sounds good, on your phone, in the earbuds, and all these things. And then you go back and you edit some more and all this stuff. And you've heard it a million times. And I could not quote you one line from it a month after it came out. Forget about 5 years later.
Well,
I can't tell. Here's what's worrying me. I can't tell, and I don't make light of this.
Oh my God, is this your memory thing again?
Yes, I don't know if it's old age, if it's ADD.
You are fine.
If it's a brain tumor, we don't know, ladies and gentlemen.
Fine.
How do you know? Do you have X-ray vision, Superman? I don't think you do.
I do that too, though.
You don't have X-ray vision, brah.
No, but you underestimate the amount of brain power you use on a daily basis.
What's the cause, bro?
What?
I can't.
No, you overestimate the amount of brain that I have. I don't have much.
When we go out to eat later, I'm gonna
exactly
smack you.
No, really. Okay, go ahead. Make your case. You're trying to say I have too much on my mind.
You have too much on your mind, and my mother has been in the theater her entire life.
Uh-huh.
And she will practice a show 6 weeks every evening, learn those lines, do the show multiple
And
times.
she's just the person who opens the curtain.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
But she'll like go through all of that. It's her entire summer. And then a month afterwards, she does. Yeah, I can quote lines to her, and she'll be like, "What's that from? That's funny."
Okay,
and I'm like,
well-
"It's what you said in the show, Mom."
All right, I do know that there is truth to that. Like you, so we do a show, right? I did one the other day.
This is perfect.
Are you putting this on?
Let me ask you this, Matt. Do you? Because this is what I.
It was
what I
yesterday.
have the problem with. I have a problem with this.
What?
If I spend a whole day, like, especially if it's editing, right? If I'm in there editing
Yeah.
audio or video, especially like video, and now that I'm doing the animations, that too. If I spend a whole day just nose deep in my monitor, my computer, I get off and I feel like my brain is mush. Like I can't even keep I can't even keep like a let's talk about the weather kind of conversation.
No, exactly, and I'm
It's
not
just-
interested
it's
in
just
it.
Gone.
Cindy, I mean, how many times? Well, just today when you came in, right, and you were talking to me about. I honestly, I couldn't tell you what you were telling me.
I know.
And then she finally was like, "How can I help you?" And I was like, "I don't even know what I'm doing." She's like, "Maybe I'm just be quiet." But like, I can't have a how is the weather type of a conversation, brah. It's hard to. It's hard. It's just hard to do that. I don't know. But my point was like I did a show. I think it was yesterday.
It was.
Who was it with? Did I tell you?
No, but it was the one who. Came
Oh, it was
the day
with Tom
before.
Huntington, and
Aw,
it was about
Tom.
his book Searching for George Gordon Mead. And I really enjoyed it. I had a great conversation with him.
He's a good guy.
We talked about Mead. We talked about something else. It went all over the place like it always does. But I got to tell you something, brah. I don't remember anything. I barely remembered who it was. So the thing is, we're talking about your mom in the theater. You learn it to know it, and then when you don't need it, you have to get it out because you need to learn something new.
The
And so
entirety of everybody's school experience. You learn it for the test, and then you forget it.
you like algebra. I tried to do an algebra problem, like a basic algebra problem, and I couldn't. I couldn't remember. Please excuse. Okay, so I remember PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, the order of operations. I don't remember. Parentheses. E. What is
Exponents.
E? Okay, you remember this? Parentheses, exponents, multiplication,
Division.
addition, subtraction. Okay. Wow.
Wow, girlfriend, that was like boom.
Good for you.
I'm very impressed.
I don't remember that at all.
Well, I
remember parentheses because it was an odd thing. But yeah, so I don't know, Cole. Like, so you don't have that problem yet, where you don't remember when you do interviews, like you don't remember what you talked about.
No, I mean I do. Like I definitely wouldn't be able to recall like specific things I talked about with people or things that I said or they said. You know
It's
what I mean?
not just that though. I have that. Like I can't remember numbers. I do spreadsheet and
But Gene
once
says
I send it, it's gone.
Gene Hutchinson in the comments says, "Wait till these folks are 65, then they'll know what forgetfulness is." So I had this conversation.
With you forget.
It might have been yesterday with Tom. I had this conversation with Tom yesterday, and I was talking about all my physical and mental complaints about being 45, right? And he said, "Wait until you're 63 or whatever he is." And I said, "You 60-somethings always say this stuff. I can't. Is it really that bad? Because I feel like the way you describe things. So either I'm in terrible shape for my age, or I'm just really not accustomed to feeling old, and I'm a bit of a pussy, and it kind of is worse."
No, I wasn't going
than
to say that, but I think you're a little more sensitive to it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm a pussy. So
I
yeah.
literally went to the doctor. My last doctor's appointment last June. Went to my PCP, and she's adorable. I absolutely love her. Shout out to Dr. Shaw. And I said to her, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I'm having this problem. And she goes, "Well, Bethany, as we've discussed previously, you have the body of an 82-year-old woman. So we're going to..."
You're not that wrinkled.
No, but I just nothing works.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So it's just, and she, she was trying to be funny, but I was like, I know I do.
Yeah. John B says, brah, it's the low sugar of the keto diet. It's your body adjustment. No, I've been complaining about this for 3 years.
Yeah, this is an ongoing thing.
This started when I was 42.
He don't know the car, brah.
And actually, what, brah?
Before
He don't know the
keto.
car, brah.
The what, brah?
The car.
Oh
What's the car?
The cause. The cause.
The what?
The cause.
The cause? You don't like the bra? All right. So anyway,
This is the time for idle flatulence.
Wait. Hold on. I actually feel better because of the keto. I actually feel energy coming back, bro.
That's great.
I haven't had.
You could go get a multivitamin.
I had a meal at 11.
Neato,
okay,
keto, dude.
and then I had 4 cheese sticks with uncured turkey bacon on
What
them.
are you doing right now?
Do you have any
Doing this.
extra to bring home?
No.
Why did
I
you
took
eat
the
them
last.
all?
Why? Because I
You
had to
said
get
you
through
were
the
gonna
day.
Bring me one.
Yeah, someday.
Or did you bring me your protein chips?
Oh, I knew I was forgetting something.
I wish you said something. I would've
Next
grabbed
week,
them.
brah.
Yeah.
No, they're good. Anyway, so what was my point? Oh, I'm telling you,
Feel
brah.
better.
I feel
Since you've
better.
been doing the keto diet.
Someone commented that insufficient sleep impacts memory coding, and I can tell you
That is 100% true.
That's where I struggled.
Oh, yeah.
I will have numerous days in a row where I just don't even go to sleep.
Yeah, how do you function at all?
Well, the first day after, like, if I stay awake all night, the next day I'm good. It's like when it happens a second and a third day, I start. But on the second day, I feel kind of like I'm dream walking a little bit, and on the third day, I almost feel like nauseous.
Yeah, that is a true thing. I had a trouble with insomnia when I was like a teenager, and they gave me pills like to help me sleep, which only made me more awake. And I started to hallucinate. Like I would literally have moments where I was like, is that really happening right now? Because
Really?
You're melting.
Oh, no, I don't have anything like that. Jeez, no.
No,
I mean,
you gotta be awake for a long time to start hallucinating.
I was awake. I think the longest I went was like a week. I mean, like I would have like an hour here or there. It was bad. It was really bad.
I'm trying to think of the longest I've stayed awake. I think it was 24 hours. I don't think I was, maybe 26, but I mean, it wasn't anything obscene.
And I think I had like 3 hours and 5 days or something like that. It was bad. I
was
really sick.
Yeah, so like I can't imagine that. I
Yeah,
get
it makes you
terrible
sick.
Migraines and nauseous and all
Yeah.
of that if I'm overtired, and that's not from not sleeping at all
Yeah.
because I still sleep. But
Well, I was on a medication and it made me awake. And so they gave me a medication to make me sleep,
you sleep.
which made me more awake. Which
Was it the devil's lettuce?
It was not. It was not.
James D says, brah, that or not enough decent sleep. Okay, we got that there. John B thinks it's early onset dementia. That's what I'm thinking.
It is not.
KM.
Saying that to him.
But John
because
B's
he
smart.
said-
If he thinks it, then he's probably right.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to go out to dinner with you afterwards and listen to you talk about this for the next hour and a half.
KM says it's being in the same room for hours on end with a never-ending cavalcade of guests that makes it difficult to keep track of what you've said and who you've said it to.
See, that one sounds right.
That one's
yeah,
true too. Who was
you're
that? Who
probably
said
right.
that?
You're KM. I don't know who that is. That's a new name by me. Welcome, KM. Marie says, "What's up with the ads in the middle?" Marie,
That's YouTube, man.
that's YouTube.
Get YouTube Premium. It's worth it.
Shut up.
Well, you still get paid, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah, but not as much as you do, brah. If people don't have YouTube,
You do. It's built in.
I mean, not as often. But Marie, the answer to your question is they changed it. You were always able to monetize them, but you can choose specifically beginning, middle, or end. And I would choose it to be either the beginning or the end, and not in the middle because I didn't want anything interrupted. But they changed the way it is, and they decide now. And so that's why it's just interrupting and it's annoying. I don't like it, but I got to tell you, I think Babber the other day when I was doing a drive, she goes, I have to watch a commercial before I could even get to your drive. It's annoying. or so annoying or something like that. And, it's first thing in the morning. You don't come after my livelihood first thing in the morning, right? And so I said, Barbara, it costs me money to drive around the goddamn battlefield. I put 20 miles a day on. I don't need to do it, okay? I'm going to have to pay for those miles at the end of my lease. And it's not converting into patrons, so sorry, you got to watch an ad for this free video that you're watching right now. And, I didn't mean to be smarmy with Barbara because Barbara, I love Barbara because, Barbara, like just as she did there, tells it like it is.
Mhm.
And that's what I love about her. She's very refreshing.
Which
that way.
Barbara is?
Barbara Schultz.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if she's in here tonight. I didn't see her name.
Bruh.
I thought she was.
She might have been in the beginning. Her name, she is all caps. So she's like,
Barbara Schultz.
Yeah. So it's her.
Bro.
But no, that's it there, Marie. That's why you gotta watch it there.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead, sir.
What are you doing this weekend?
What do you think I'm doing this weekend?
Nothing.
No. Have you been paying attention to my life and career?
No.
He's editing videos.
I'm shooting the videos.
Which videos?
Oh my gosh.
Colby.
Bro,
Really?
listen. We just talked about
Okay,
this
that
brain mush
conversation
at
where
the end
he
of the
doesn't
day.
remember things.
Yeah. I mean, yours is more instant than mine is.
Taco trivia.
Mine takes at least an hour before I start forgetting things.
You got to remember, I was shooting a lot of really, really concussive rockets, over and over and over again.
No, there was something before we even came on the air that you were like,
It was the taco trivia.
"Oh, the taco trivia."
Yeah.
He's like, "When did this happen?" And we're
What
like,
is this?
"Literally,
When
we've
is
been
it?
talking
What day
to you
of the
about."
week is
Yeah,
it?
that was right. You don't remember the Taco Tuesday trivia?
I
mean,
remembered saying that I wanted to be on your team.
Yes.
That's about all
He
I remember.
talked about it.
but I'm hosting it, so you can't be on my
that's what
team.
you said to
This
him.
is the conversation we had. I
Is
do
it?
remember this. Yeah. Mhm.
I don't remember the conversation, but I do know that we talked about it on the show, and you were here, so I don't remember the specifics of the conversation.
Well, we're
though.
recreating it right
Yeah.
now.
Getting back to this weekend.
Yes.
real quick.
Right. Okay.
Saturday morning, you should go on a ruck march on the battlefield.
No.
Come on, man.
He's got to be at the
I
Boozle
have
at 1
to be.
o'clock.
Yeah.
That's
No.
1
I
o'clock in the
want to. No.
afternoon.
11:30.
That's
No. I go and I set up there,
basically
Sister
in the
Soldier.
afternoon.
Yeah. No.
Well,
I'm there.
I
It's a
didn't-
whole day
We saw
thing.
the kiddos the other day, last weekend, and you weren't there. Were you not there last weekend? Or maybe you left.
No,
us
she wasn't
before.
there.
What if you go at? What if you go at 9
weekends ago?
o'clock?
You
Matt?
said that you were.
First of all, I'm not doing a ruck march. Here's why. I don't have the time.
What happened? What happened? What did you say when I walked in today?
I said I'm starting to feel more energy, and I'm going to make the time to go to the gym.
That's the gym.
No, it's not.
That's different.
It's carrying a goddamn backpack out on the world. I gotta look. How many times? I'm 20 years older than you, Colby. I have to
That's
start
the easiest
slower.
workout we can do.
But the doctor said I
It's
have
not.
plaque in my
Okay.
arteries. She goes, "Don't go hard at the gym. Don't listen to this crazy Marine. Build your get conditioned a little bit better before you go into Marine Corps stuff." And I said, "But I want to do it because I think it'll actually be practical." And it'll get. And she's like, "That's fine, but give yourself at least 6 months."
No.
That's what she said. Oh, okay. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm looking around in my papers here for Colby's medical degree. I don't find
All
it.
you gotta do, listen. All you gotta do is just carry less weight. You just carry a.
That's what I'm trying to do, Colby. That's why I'm dieting.
Well, I'll get you. I got a little backpack. I'll throw a little 25-pound plate in there.
Oh my God, Colby!
See,
it's
you
not
don't
happening.
listen.
I'm
It's
gonna
not
be carrying,
happening,
I'm gonna
Colby.
be carrying 65.
So when we would go, when I would go to his, and this wasn't a problem. I'm just trying to make a story here. When we would go, I would go to his house to work out. And he's like, "All right, dude, I know you got to start light. So we're going to try to do squats, with the barbell and everything." I go, "Okay, the barbell's what, like 45 pounds? He's like, "Yeah, but you're not going to feel that." And I go, "No, that is enough for me. 45 extra pounds on this lardo is enough." Okay. And then when it's not, but no. So we put, what was it, 85 pounds on it?
Oh my
I think
God,
we
I would
put
have
25,
died.
like 25-pound plates on each
All right,
side.
well, whatever. So 50 pounds. So, but it's still.
It wasn't a lot.
And it was actually, it wasn't a lot. It
I
wasn't
see.
bad.
I told you. I know, man.
You know what it is? I have a bad back, and I'm so afraid of damaging it worse. And my heart is about to explode because of the plaque.
What was that woman that used to be on the radio and people would call in and talk about their
Dr.
health
Judy.
problems? I feel like we're on that show right now.
But it wasn't her health problems. All right, you know what time it is, folks.
And now, all the news that's fit to print and a good deal that's not.
You got
Here's
it.
AG Today's lead anchor,
Got it.
Bethany Yingling, with current events and conditions.
County to receive nearly $200,000 from PCOMP. Shining Stars to hold capital campaign kickoff for new site. God damn it. Cumberland supervisors hit reset on the Crossings housing development. Gettysburg National Park Service is the only place holding events this weekend. All this and more on today's news.
All right. Well, listen. Wow, that sounds like some pretty interesting headlines there. Tell us about it, Beth.
Thanks.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Before you do, though,
Rob.
I want to tell you that this is brought to you by... Where is it? I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to do that one last.
No, we ran an ad for that. Sorry, this is the one I'm looking for here, ladies and gentlemen. The Andrew Carnegie Free Library in Carnegie, Pennsylvania is thrilled to announce the return of its annual Civil War Symposium. You know it, you love it, you can't wait to go. April 13th, 2024. Riding a Raid, Paradigms and Personalities of Civil War Raids will feature 5 dynamic historians, including Matt Atkinson, Eric Wittenberg, Abby Smith-Meyer, Rob Orison. I know. And Phil Greenwald. Tickets are only $65 and include lunch, raffles, book sales, and tours of the national treasure, Captain Thomas Espy, Grand Army of the Republic Post. Really cool place to go. The symposium does sell out every year and limited seats remain, so do not wait to reserve your seat. I should probably check and see if they're sold out yet or not, because I keep running this ad. For more information and to purchase tickets, please visit our website, carnegie.org. That's carnegie.org. All right, go ahead, Beth.
So I'm going to tell you thing because I have a story to go with it. So Adams County is receiving about $200,000 on a dividend from the Pennsylvania County's Workers' Compensation Trust. And what does that mean for us? You and me, Matt? Absolutely nothing. No. However, it provides workers' compensation coverage for employees.
By the way, I'm sorry, if you're in the call queue, stay there. We'll get to you. Go ahead.
So, like, people who work for the county, this provides money for them for coverage of workers' compensation. Now, the reason I bring this up is because this past Friday, we had snow, and it was pretty awful.
We did. Yes, it was.
And I tried to close the Children's Museum. It didn't go over well, so I had to go in because my employees are too far away. Okay, they live too far away.
So it didn't go over well with them?
No, it didn't go over well with the foundation as a whole.
To close it?
Yeah.
On a snow day?
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell's coming on a snow day?
Exactly. So that's my story.
Oh.
So I went to close, didn't. So I told my employees who live too far away, don't come in. I'll just go because I'm 12 minutes away. Not a problem. I went in. I'm like, no one's going to be here. So I will deep clean the museum. This is going to be great. Around 1:30, I saw this family come up around. They went like this.
They were hopping. Hopping mad.
Come up around the outside of the building. And I was like, how did you get here? The roads were horrible. It was awful. I couldn't even get into a parking space in the back alley. So all of a sudden, this family comes in. They want to go through, and they're from Western PA. And I'm like, oh, okay, they're used to snow.
Ah, yes.
Totally not a big deal.
This ain't nothing.
And I said, so how did you get your car on that alley? And he said, I'm from here originally. My dad is the guy that plows for the borough. And he plowed down the alley
so we could get there.
So that they could get there.
No kidding.
Okay.
That's awesome.
So our local people are so invested in making sure that our businesses get open and doing stuff that they're plowing alleys so their grandkids can get to a children's museum. And we just got money for them for their workman's comp. And I think that's fantastic because these people are working so hard for us and doing things, going out on days in which no one should have been out. and doing all this stuff for us. And I just wanted to do a shout out for the county for the amazing work they do when they're out there.
Well, there you go. That's very good. Yeah, I have to say, too, that our road was plowed rather quickly. And you, Cindy, what was it, when you had to go up to work?
15 in Adams County, because I think that's what we've discovered, is that it's by county.
Yeah.
So in Adams County, 15 is spotless.
Again, these people working their butts off.
You hit the next county and you tell exactly
York.
where it is. And then Dillsburg, that's
It
in
was York.
County. And then Mechanicsburg, Cumberland, horrible. Dauphin, not good. None of it is good. But it was completely clear in Adams County.
And so this grant,
Adams County is the best.
well, this grant that they won was because they were recognized for their excellence of service.
There you go.
So I just wanted to give a shout out because they really are. So our friends over at Shining Stars Equestrian Therapy are getting a new location. Now, for those of you not familiar with Shining Stars, they are a local organization that uses horse riding, horse training, things like that to help primarily children with maybe cognitive issues or physical disabilities. And I work with them at the Children's Museum every once in a while. And then some of our volunteers for them are also volunteers for the foundation. So I hear a lot of stories about them and the great work that they're doing. And they are holding a capital campaign kickoff for their new site. So if you want to support somebody who is doing great work in our local community, helping people with, maybe cognitive or physical disabilities, this is one of those places. They are forming a new, larger site out off Bonnox Road, which, of course, connects Bonneville with New Oxford.
Yeah.
And they have horses and other animals that they deal with. But
I got to tell you, horses are such a great animal to bond with. To me, they're giant dogs without the biting. Oh, they bite, but they don't have you know, canines.
They have 2 miniature horses named Thelma and Louise. And
I like that.
They have brought them to the Children's Museum. And you would think, of course, kids are going to be excited because these horses, but they're so gentle and so used to these people, to kids coming up and not being super gentle with them. And just the stories that I've heard from Shining Stars volunteers about the great work that they do. This is one of those things, guys, if you want to give back, this is a good one.
If I were to make a commercial for them,
There would be Sarah McLaughlin, or what's her name in the background? Sarah McLaughlin.
No, because people can't stand that.
That's for the sad dog commercials.
I would use the song, "Darling, you are my shining star."
I'm back to dancing, dude.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Colby, I see your head bopping. I don't know the rest of the words, but I would get I'd be like, "Hey, we got to get the rights to this song," but this is perfect.
And you can find more information about them on their website, which of course I don't have up here because I'm not that good at the news. And you can find
that's an organization to get on the show. Okay, good.
Yeah,
because
we were talking about that before.
Perfect. Because Sharon, I believe, is the lady I've met when they were filming the Christmas movie, and we've talked about it for a year. I bump into her here and there, and but I can't do my own schedule.
That's why I'm skipping you and going to Cindy.
Smartest thing anybody's ever done. All right, what else you got?
All right.
What else you got?
I pulled this article specifically for you and your tirade.
All right.
About people moving to Gettysburg.
Yes. Stop doing it now that I'm here.
Okay. So there is the Crossings. Do you know where this is?
I've heard of it.
Okay.
Where is it?
It is on Old Mill Road.
Oh.
Cumberland County.
Okay, I know Old Mill Road.
Yeah, so there is a proposal for 154 detached single-family homes on 54 acres.
But that area is already ruined, so go ahead.
Well, it was denied.
Good.
So they are going to have to start over. They rejected a 90-day extension request for the developer, and they passed the deadline for getting their stuff in, so they have to effectively start all over again with that process for the Cumberland Town.
See, here's my thing. South of 15, east of 15, have at it.
So over in my area.
No,
Yeah,
no,
thanks,
I'm
thanks.
north of 15. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, screw you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Because those areas are already kind of ruined. You got Hanover a little further to the east. Eventually, you got York. Who wants either one of these places? Make the sprawl spread all from 15 to those
Skip
towns.
Bonneville, please.
No, Bonneville, I mean, it's got to go. I'm sorry. All right, past Bonneville, past East Cavalry Field.
Keep going,
yeah.
because I'm in Bonneville. East Cavalry Field.
Anyway, the point I'm making is the parts that are still beautiful and pristine and Adams County should have more pride in are west of Gettysburg, just south of Gettysburg, and north of Gettysburg. That is still nice and salvageable. Instead, we have solar farms and we have developments going up. And where is your pride, Adams County? That's what I want to know. I don't care that you get $1,000 an acre for solar farms. It's nonsense anyway. Look, I guarantee you this, 20 years from now, we're all going to be like, okay, that was a joke that really doesn't work. And the bottom will drop out from that whole thing. And then we'll have parties destroying them, big bonfires, and everybody goes out with sledgehammers and starts breaking up those solar panels. And it'll be a lot of fun. And we'll reclaim Adams County. But until then, we've got to deal with that ugliness. And these neighborhoods,
popping up everywhere.
Hers Ridge is it's got a giant tumor on it, and it keeps spreading, and it does. And then what are they going to do? They're going to keep pushing out towards.
Yeah, Amblebrook.
Amblebrook is.
That's what 2,000 houses is that they're planning on
it's
putting
such
in
a
it.
sin. I'm sorry, and I hate to sound like an old fuddy-duddy, but
Horner Road is?
Pardon me?
Horner Road.
Brah.
Do
No, I
you know
don't.
Do you know where Horner Road is?
Nah,
Okay, I don't either.
Call me brah. Do you know where Horner Road is?
Brah, nah.
Brah, nah. Nah, brah.
Somebody is planning a 7,600 square foot barn on that property. I'm going to go with
barn. I can
future event space.
Probably.
Yeah. But we are opening all kinds of things. As we mentioned last time, that we've got a Five Below going in where the Beer Mart used to be at what used to be the Peebles Plaza.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
The
in front of
Royal Farm opened. The property that used to be Camp Letterman.
Wait, Royal Farms is open?
Yep, it opened on the 22nd.
No.
Oh, but
stop. It's not open. Effectively, it's not open.
There is a gargantuan blow-up chicken. In front of the...
Is it a blow-up one?
Colby,
because they usually have a statue outside.
No,
of
I
them
think
that
it's a
has
blow-up.
Colby, have you
one.
had Royal Farms?
Nah, bro.
They have a billboard on 15 that's like just the chicken, and it says
Listen,
Royal
we
Farms.
do
Best
get one
chicken.
cheat meal a week. We can have Royal Farms for one meal.
I thought that was for tonight.
Brah.
Are we
I
having
could be good
tonight?
tonight. I could be good tonight if it means Royal Farms. Why don't we just go to Royal Farms?
I'm not going to Royal Farms for dinner tonight.
All right, you feel all clogged up from the grease that you've eaten all day today anyway.
I went to Zuma's already, and
Yeah.
I had 2 lunch meetings back to back.
Wow.
And I ate at both of them because
Should have made one a beer meeting. See, that's why doing a podcast
was
is
later
fun.
in the afternoon.
All right.
At 4:00, we had a
Okay.
goodbye party for Ben, and at Fourscore.
He had a busy day.
I did. So, if you come to Gettysburg this summer, it's going to be a whole new world with new places. Speaking of the summer, we had a huge meeting this morning with the National Park Service, kind of giving us some updates on the Little Round Top project.
Yes.
So here's what I found out.
Okay, wait. Yes, hold. Okay, go ahead.
Are you okay?
Sorry. Yeah, I was. It's too late. It's gonna hold up the show. So just go.
Okay. So they officially put out a timeline for when the project will be done. Are you ready? Drum roll.
Ready? Wait, that's what I'm looking for. God bless us all. Here we go. Ready?
Ready? Drum roll. When it will be open?
Shoot. Wait. Hold on. Wait. There we go.
Late spring, early summer.
We already knew that.
Yeah. But unless Mother Nature decides otherwise.
Well, I
Yeah.
saw that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing is, and here's the part I didn't know, and maybe Matt you did, but you know how when you used to go up the hill,
Yes.
there would be people parked on the side.
Right. Oh, wait, hold on. I think now I know what you're going to say. Let me give you a better drum roll.
Does this one end?
Eventually.
There won't be any on the side parking.
Oh.
So they're putting a 6-inch curb from the top of the hill all the way down into all the way down the hill.
So clearly,
You will not be, the road was going from 22 feet wide to 15.
3 feet. You clearly did not watch my final tour with Steve Sims on Little Round Top because we talked about
Did you? I don't
just
remember
that.
that. I don't remember that part.
Just that. That exact thing.
I may have gone to the bathroom during that.
It is going to be interesting to see how that works out. I have a feeling within a few years they're going to find they need to widen it again.
I think that I don't know about the water drainage. So what that used to be, and why the road was wider, it was water.
Yeah,
Or
because
it
the sides
went
had the little
the dips, and that was for water drainage. I'm not sure what they're doing.
It's
for
going to be
that
fun.
now.
It's going to be fun on a rainy day. The other thing I'm thinking
sure they
about is
thought about it.
emergency vehicles. What if you have a disabled vehicle?
They talked about that this morning.
Yes.
So
I mean, they could always go the wrong way, but if you got a line of people trying to get up there,
to quote Jason Martz, they'll go around. That if they
There's
have to
a curb.
If they have to go over the curb, they'll go over the curb. That's literally what he said. So I don't know. I don't know. But
wait, could you imagine being in the back of an ambulance and they go over a curve and you're like jostling around? I think they're going to have to. That's one of those things they're going to have to revisit in a couple years.
And the social trails too. I'm anxious to see how those go because a couple of them are ADA, I guess. The other ones are not, and that hill is not flat.
I mean, I don't know.
It's a hill,
but you're going to I don't think that you're going down to the 16th Michigan in a wheelchair.
Well, true.
I mean, unless
think
you have one of those all-terrain.
But think about people like me. Like I have no.
Well, you can roll. You can tumble down.
I'm gonna be tumbling down that. I mean, there's a new trail that takes you down to the 83rd Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Where Strong Vincent is, or the lookalike.
Right.
The bra.
The bra. The real hero.
Now we got her jumping in on
of
it too.
Civil War of
It's
the
catchy.
Little Round Top. I'm concerned that I will be somersaulting down that hill.
No, you're not gonna. Well, first of all, the aggregate that they're using is like good.
Gritty.
What's the word I'm looking for, bruh?
I don't know, bro.
You got traction. You got good traction.
Now, overall, the thing that Jason thinks is going to get the most backlash, and I can see his point, is the parking. However,
Or because there's less of it.
There isn't really. There's actually more of it. There's just less of where people made their own parking.
Correct. There's fewer options for you to create a parking space.
Yes, which is safer.
However, what I think that's going to cause is on busy times, people who can't find a space are going to be constantly circling around that area until one opens up. And that's going to cause congestion in that general area.
In this Crawford and Wright.
Crawford, down Wheatfield, onto Crawford, up Warren, and Sykes, and just doing that whole circle there. I think that's what's going to happen.
Now, I've run into the instance and I was talking about this today, where you go and you see, everybody's parking on the side. The parking at the top of the hill must be full. So I'm just going to go off to the side and park there. But then by the time you've walked up the hill, you realize that you were
dead.
There. No, you were just following. You were freaking out for no reason.
Right.
The spaces up top were actually empty.
Yeah.
So I wonder how much of that will be mitigated. Now, the one thing he did say was there will be an increased law enforcement presence.
I'm sure there will. There will need to be, because people are going to be, they're not going to, they're going to be used to seeing it a certain way and accessing it a certain way, and they're going to have to be beaten and not beaten, but you know what I mean, like knocked into, not knocked, but you know what I'm saying, like reminded, taught how to do it the new way.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting to see. I think people. Okay, parking aside, because I think that's going to be the thing that's going to give the most headaches to the Park Service, is dealing with people complaining about the parking. Aside from that, though, I think people are going to like what they see up there.
Oh, 100%. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. It is well done. It might be... some might see it as an eyesore because it's too neat. It's too nice.
It's very neat. Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Yeah, but
it
like
won't stay that way.
Well,
it's not.
the idea
they don't
that
know how long those aggregate paths are actually going to last, because they've never.
Well, I'm talking about the stone walls. The paths themselves, the retaining. Yes, but I think the people are just going to see it as too neat because they're used to it being very rough and very very eroded, and that was kind of the charm of going up there.
I see. What
right,
you're saying.
you feel like you're on the ground that the soldiers were on as soon as you step off that blacktop.
But you're not.
But you're not. You were on a fill.
Yeah.
And now, actually, when you go in front of the New York Monument, you're going to be at the level that they actually fought on.
Yeah.
On both. And in front of it is going to be a stone wall, and the stone wall has been shored up. And I think this is the problem, is that it looks too neat. It looks too nice. It looks like a stone wall built by a landscaper in somebody's backyard. I've heard this complaint about the wall that they're fixing over on Doubleday.
Yeah.
It's too nice and too neat.
But it won't be that way forever. Yeah.
Well, no, but it will. That's why I believe, I don't know this because I haven't spoken to a professional landscaper, but I believe that the reason why they're flat, squarish stones and not round, stones that they just randomly get out of the field like a stone wall would have really been, is because jackasses climb on them and sit on them and knock them over, and then it just becomes a pile of rocks strewn on the ground. So they're making them so that they're harder to destroy. And so they are going to stay that way. That's the whole purpose. That's my guess. I don't know.
That is true.
Oh, it is. Okay.
However, the other thing that I was told, now again, I'm not the superintendent in the park, nor will I ever claim to be, but the thing I was told was they were purposely making those fences to look different so that it was obvious that they were not originals. So that when somebody came to the park and said, "Are these the ones that the soldiers would have seen or been around?" You would say, "No, these ones are a modern reconstruction."
It's these ones, bruh. But then if you're gonna make them look different, so people know they weren't there, then the scenario of somebody saying, "Are these original?" is moot, because, in other words,
honey,
if they still have to ask,
these are the same people that want to know why there aren't bullet holes in the monuments.
There's one monument that has a bullet hole.
Or my personal favorite that I was asked up on Little Round Top was how we got all of our flags to fly in the same direction.
What?
I said, honey, it's called the wind. The wind blows and moves the flags. They're not mechanical.
Do you know? Oh, is that what they thought?
Yeah.
Wow. Do you know what monument does have a bullet hole in it?
What monument, Matt?
Colby, do you know?
No.
Cindy?
No.
I just had to include you. I didn't want you to feel left out. Beth, you don't know?
I don't know.
I have here, ladies and gentlemen, a copy of Shadow of the Shadow of the Round. Where's I'm pointing it to my laptop and not the camera. In the Shadow of the Round Tops, and it is it signed? I believe it's signed. Yep, signed by the author, Alan R. Thompson, and it's yours. If you know the answer to this, Mike Lentz, you were disqualified from answering. You have to call in. You got to call 717-420-1978. Let's just take a call here real quick. Peter, you're on the air. Wait, are you, though? Yes, now you are, Peter. You're on the air. Wait, why? What's happening? Hold on, Peter. Hello? Okay, brah. Brah, hang on, brah. I got it. Wait, brah. Brah, hang on. Brah. Wait, brah. God bless us, everyone. Okay, that one there.
Jesus, Mary Mother.
I'm sorry. It wasn't for some reason connected to the thingamabob. Brah, you stay right there, brah. Okay, I'm coming back for you, brah. Hold on, brah. It's gonna come on now. All right, there you are. Go ahead, brah. You're on the air, brah.
All right, bro. There we go, bro.
What's up?
Well, now you threw in a contest, so that fuck. Oh, can't say that word. Yep. Damn it. So I was waiting to hear from the hate mail from the talk on searching for General Meade.
What hate mail?
Well. That and the other option was the lost cause. Searching for General Meade and the Southern Lost Cause.
Well, yes, because we got somehow talking into the lost cause, and the problem is here: lost causers do not contribute anything to my podcast or any other podcast because they're cheap, and so they're not hearing what the first lieutenants heard yesterday. So sorry.
And I warned you about the fonts.
The fonts are fun.
Yeah, you'll spend hours. Yeah.
And I did.
You'll lose yourself.
I did. Yeah, I spent hours and I lost myself. Yep. Do you want to take a shot at what the trivia question there? What monument has a bullet hole in it?
I'll take a guess. Let's say the sharpshooter.
Sorry.
Monument down there.
Sorry.
Nope.
Sorry. That is incorrect. Okay, well, you lost that one, Peter. Peter, I gotta move it along here because we have to finish the news and we have to eat, and I have another person in the call there, but it's good to hear from you, sir.
All right, take care, man.
All right, you too. Talk to you later, brah. All right, it says this is Rudy waiting to talk about the Lexus. Rudy talking about the Lexus. Rudy, you're on the air.
What's up, brah?
Hey, brah.
That's really catching on.
Oh, thank goodness.
What's going on, brah?
No much, brah.
I was hoping he was going to say, brah.
Yeah, brah, you just like chilling, brah, having a couple of brews, brah?
I can't keep this going.
It's Grant.
Grant, man. Grant, you're the best. Do you want to try to see if you can get In the Shadow of the Round Tops by Alan R. Thompson? Do you know the trivia question?
Which monument has the bullet hole?
Yes. Do you know the answer?
I would have no idea.
Oh, sorry. Everybody's laughing at you. Everybody's laughing at Grant.
Oh, that's humiliating. That's humiliating.
I can't believe nobody knows the answer to this one here.
I think you're making it up.
Oh, no. There's an answer to this question. Do you know? Are you looking it up right now?
No.
Uh-huh.
I was trying to count how many bras there were on our chat.
Come on, bro. All right, Rudy, what do you got going on today? What's your shtick this afternoon?
It's a shtick now, huh?
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to thank the great Matt Callery for his superb efforts on the lectures. I think they were very well done.
Yeah, I'm going to let him know that. I'm the only one
clapping.
My girlfriend's another...
No, I'm looking something up.
She's watching another podcast.
I want to know the answer to this so I can win that book. I'm going to cheat.
Mm-hmm.
But
I have the book at home. You can read it at home.
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I can help Grant.
Have you ever read a Civil War book?
She actually just bought one the other day.
I'm so proud of you.
What book was it?
Listen,
It's a coloring book.
I was gonna say it was a.
It's not a coloring book.
Yes, it
but
was.
so-
It was a paper doll
not
book.
a coloring book.
I will say this for anybody that is trying to get someone else
Yeah, coloring books.
interested in it. Rebel Yell might be the best Civil War book
So
I've read.
no,
So
I don't do well with. Sorry to take over your call.
Go ahead. Go
You
ahead.
can-
Grant just wanted to thank the great Matt Calorie. So.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So
Thanks, Grant.
I don't do super well with reading. I don't do well with lectures. I don't do well with reading a long historical book. And I know this is the wrong place to be talking about
Yeah,
this.
what
But
the
so
hell?
I found
I
this.
hate
Sorry
everything
about
you
that.
people stand for.
No, it's just my brain. It's my
Yeah,
brain.
yeah,
You
yeah,
talk
no,
about your
I'm
brain.
just
This
kidding.
is my brain. And so I bought it's
Sounds like she has a
101
lot-
facts you didn't know about the Civil War. So I could read facts, and it's like number one is maybe a page and a half long, and it's only a book about this big. It's very small,
Yeah.
so it's quick facts, and that I can do. And then you gave me another book that you thought based on that I might like, and I don't remember the name of it. I haven't started it yet, but
The reason I
you don't
say
remember either,
Something
but-
like that.
the reason I say Rebel Yell is good is because it is so well written. It's not like a history book.
Yeah.
So like I do enjoy historical fiction. I like so.
Okay, well then in that case, then you got to read the Starbuck Chronicles.
Well, she's reading,
reading Jonathan
The
Lucci's.
Heavens Falling by Jonathan Lucci.
If I
and
ever finish it, that's my fault. But
she loves it.
I do. It's fantastic. And so I'm glad to hear that a lot of it is historically accurate.
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 Jeez.
I'm kind of curious. I want to see in the comments if anybody else has read the Starbuck Chronicles, because in my
Or
opinion,
Jonathan Lucci's book.
in my opinion, those are the best.
Has anybody read that?
historical fiction.
Beth, can you get me on the floor by your foot? My lemon. I dropped my lemon. I need my lemon back. Thank you. But go ahead. All right. So
Is it like, oh, do you mean lemon?
no. It's just fun to squeeze.
Lemon.
And let the
He's been
juice.
trying his damnedest to make lemonade, and he
Give me
just
my
can't
blanket.
do
Give
it.
me my blanket. What is that from Producers?
I don't remember.
whatever.
I don't
You
know.
guys
All
don't
right.
watch
So anyway,
anything
all
I
right.
watch.
But you were saying you got the book, you love the book, and you did help me prepare for this interview by reading to me because I was very tired
That's
that day.
the book.
Yes,
I do like that book, though.
That's right.
Yeah. It was interesting.
Now, I got to tell you, this talk-to-text auto screener that I have here is really interesting if you are a person who mumbles. And I'm not saying all these people mumble. There could be interference.
Did you say goodbye to Grant?
He hung up. Eric.
Bye, Grant.
Eric's on the phone. It says, here's what the auto screen says. Eric Houston, Union has Asian. So let's see, Eric, if that's actually what you said. Eric, you're on the air.
No, that is not what I said. Unionization.
Right, but I can hear why it misunderstood you because you're very muffled. So that's why. So go ahead. You want to unionize what?
I want to know when Cindy wants to have our union meeting.
Our union meeting about what?
Union meeting. I'm not sure he said union meeting. I don't know. It's a tough connection here.
The slide pullers. The slide pullers.
The slide pullers union. So on the lectures, Eric and Cindy are credited as slide pullers because when they. So I don't pay for Microsoft Office or any of that stuff because I already buy the license for your stupid Windows.
Aggressive. Aggressive.
I
right
hate
now.
Bill Gates. I'm sorry. But anyway, I don't have it, and I'm not going to get it because I never really use it except in this case. So Eric and Cindy are both at different times. We're like, well, send it to me. I have it. I'll just download the slides for you. So that's what they do. They pull the slides in. They're the slide pullers. Slide
pullers.
Yes.
Union. So we clearly need come up with our list of demands, Eric.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say I don't want to say on the air what I told Matt that this is a step below in the whole scheme of jobs on a filming site, but,
roadkill gatherer.
I forget what he said.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I thought you were talking about like the slide on the bottom of the that you were just pulling it across because you didn't want to listen to it. Like the thing at the bottom.
No, that's your cursor. Yeah, but no, that's
not a cursor. That's a slide.
My comment had to do with fluffing.
Oh, Jesus. Come on, Eric.
Eric, what are you doing to us?
I didn't say the word. I said a similar word.
You just said it. Anyway.
I know I did. I said a similar word.
Eric.
But
well,
I actually called in to try to win the books because I couldn't win the book with my ugly sweater.
Go ahead. In the shadow of the round tops, what monument has a bullet hole in it?
Crawford.
Sorry.
He's making this shit up.
Sorry. No, I'm not. Sorry.
It is not the Crawford Monument.
It is not the Crawford Monument.
Did you put the bullet hole?
I did not put the bullet hole.
Just checking.
It's very insensitive of you to suggest that I did that.
Okay.
I don't think anybody's going to get this.
I don't think so either because I think you made it up.
There are. All right. No, go ahead.
Let me look.
I have other events.
All right, go ahead. Eric, I have to let you go because Bethany has other things to do, and we've got to get to dinner. Thank you very much, sir.
Bye, Eric.
See you later, brah. All right, go ahead.
So this weekend, we have the Park pretty much the only game in town. So they have their Lincoln at Gettysburg for the visually impaired. That will be at the David Wills house on Saturday starting at 9 a.m. So they will have programming and things there for anybody that requires Braille, requires a little bit of extra help with more tactile versions of history. So that is actually going to be pretty darn cool. I'm super excited about that. So if you are able to go and support at the David Wills house, they would love to see you. We also have the History Kids Reading Adventures Club, which is every Saturday starting at 11 a.m. Their book for this week is A Lady Has the Floor. Belva Lockwood Speaks Out for Women's Rights by Kate Hannigan.
Hannigan was a hard name to read.
It's
Hannigan.
like printed weird. Sorry.
By Kate.
It looked like she was waiting for a surprise letter to jump out and scare her.
Hannigan. Mrs. Hannigan. And also the winter lecture series. So I know Matt already mentioned them, but I'm going to say them again.
Do it again.
So Saturday, these, of course, start at 1:30 in the theaters at the Visitor Center. This weekend, Saturday, the 27th, we have Major General George Sykes, the life and service of Gettysburg's least known and most elusive Corps commander, with Ranger John Hoptack. And he is developing a bromance with General Sykes, so that is actually going to be kind of interesting. I love talking to him about General Sykes.
All right.
Sunday, the 28th, If I Ever Get Back to You, I Will Live a Different Life. The life and letters of the Iron Brigade's John Partington and his wife Sarah, with Dr. Peter Carmichael from the Civil War Institute. So those are the two lecture series. It is a quiet weekend here in the Burg.
It's nice to have those once in a while.
It's supposed to be 60 degrees a couple days this weekend with a lot of rain, and which means probably fog.
Fine, but the snow's going to be gone.
The snow's melting and it's raining. We're going to have a little bit of flooding. Everybody just be careful out there.
Love it.
That's all I got.
Well, when you come out to the lectures, ladies and gentlemen, come on over, say hi. Cindy will be there pulling slides, and
and I'll be at the kids thing. So if you want to,
there you go. Beth will be at the kids thing, and then also, if you can't make it to them, I mean, obviously you're. Well, I'm not going to assume that everybody's watching on YouTube because they subscribe. So if you're catching us on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that it turns on, or so that you know when. Oh, what the hell am I saying? You know when we've uploaded something. I try to get Saturday's lecture out by Monday night, and I'm saying by like at the latest 9 o'clock. And then I get Sundays out, same thing on Tuesday. It's not taking me 8 to 10 hours as it did the first week. Now it's taking me about 6 to 8, which is still
that's
an improvement. Yeah, I get home for dinner. This is nice. Mm-hmm. And But yeah, so they're on the YouTube channel there.
And they
like
look
them.
great.
They do look great. Thank you. I mean, thank you. You guys are too kind. And I would say, please, if you don't mind, and you want to stop seeing ads, you want to stop hearing ads, you want to stop hearing me talk about Patreon, you want to see all that stuff for free, share, like, share, constantly share. Share Bono, share Allman. She married Greg Allman, too, for 20 minutes. Anyway, share the links because that means we'll grow and eventually the other people will end up supporting us and you won't have to hear it anymore. No, you'll still hear it.
Share married.
Share Bono. Share, share.
I know. Also married.
Yeah. She used to be married Greg Allman and Sonny Bono.
I forgot about that. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
You didn't know. You're too young to know that. I'm too young to know that, but I know
never
it.
understood why she was so beloved. I can't stand her voice.
Thank you. And I was I was going through my reels on Instagram the other day, and they had from her show, the Cher Show, a clip of her and the Jackson 5.
And I bet little Michael blew her out of the water.
Oh my God, he was fantastic. And you don't realize how mediocre she is until Michael Jackson's there doing the robot and she's trying to do the robot and she's got like a big afro wig on to match theirs. And I'm like, come on, Cher. This is just embarrassing.
What's the guy that sings?
Because I could do better.
Well, what is the guy that sings the What's New Pussycat song?
Tom Jones.
Have you ever seen Tom Jones and, oh my God.
Cher?
Charles, the other blind guy. Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder?
Have you ever seen the two of them on Tom Jones' show?
No.
I'm
The
gonna
other
send you a
blind guy.
link to it. It is so freaking good, dude.
Yeah? What are they
do a
doing?
medley of each other's songs, and they sing each other's songs.
Okay.
It is
Tom Jones
Songs
could really
or
belt.
thongs?
I thought he said thongs
I
too.
swear to God, he said thongs.
They're wearing thongs and singing songs.
I mean, Tom Jones in a thong is a sexy thing.
Well,
Whoa,
he was a runner. Bruh. He had nice buns, bruh.
He's Welsh too.
He is Welsh. That is true. Tom Jones is
You know what
Welsh.
they say about the Welsh?
All right, so no one. Let me see here. Make sure nobody's calling in. Okay, no one is
What about
going to
6
take.
questions? Does he know?
Well, of course he knows. That's why I said he's disqualified.
but now I feel
All
like
right,
we
so-
need to make sure if he knows or not.
Someone in the comments did say sickle.
No.
Or
that
the whole battlefield.
John Stewart. That's a great. He says trick question. When asked if he wanted a monument on the battlefield, Dan Sickles said the whole monument was his or the whole battlefield was his monument. So the answer is Sickles' monument, which is the whole battlefield. No, clever, but no. Answer to this question. I can't believe nobody in the comments
This is
has
how he's
called
not
in.
giving us an answer because he doesn't know.
It's not the 116th PA. Go ahead, start guessing. Okay, Gene
said
Hutchinson
Bing
got
Cosby.
Bing Cosby.
Bing Cosby. Gene Hutchinson got it. It's Winslow's battery. Michael Winslow from Police Academy. Was that Michael Winslow? I think it was. The guy, the sound effect guy.
Yeah.
I think his name was Michael
Wasn't Winslow the last name of the guy from Family Matters?
Yes.
Yeah, and that. Well, I was going to say I forgot his first name, so I went with Michael.
What is his first name?
Dan.
Carl.
That's right.
How
yeah.
did you pull that out of nowhere?
Well,
I don't know.
I'm
She
so
loves
proud
Family
of you.
Matters.
She loves Family Matters.
90s
Urkel was her
sitcoms, right? 90s.
her crush.
Okay, what happened?
What?
I just heard like 3 different people talking at the same time.
Because we all were.
Okay. I thought I just had some. I'm tired. Hey, Monday, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a patron, Spotlight on Jim Pangburn is coming out. Everybody loves Jim Pangburn, licensed
Winslow.
battlefield guide. What's that?
Carl Winslow.
Carl.
Yes.
We literally.
Good morning,
welcome to the
Colby.
party, brah.
Good morning.
Brah, welcome to the party, brah.
We already said that.
Brah.
Wow.
Brah, come on, brah. Seriously, brah. You didn't know it was Carl Winslow, brah?
Stupid is as stupid does.
I love Intercom Gump. Anyway, Jim Pangburn, Spotlight on. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, go to addressinggettysburg.com. You can see the Get Out of the Car tour schedule. I'm going to give you what April's is. Ready? You ready to hear April's? Here we go. April 20th, 2024, the Vermont Brigade on Cemetery Ridge. Be there or be square. We're going to meet at the Vermont Monument on Hancock Avenue. It ends at the 13th Vermont Advance Marker. Park where legal, park where legal, park where legal. Also, don't forget March 16th, big show at Adams County Historical Society.
Yeah. And that's what she said came out too.
One thing at a time, please.
I'm just saying.
And what? That's the anniversary? You're saying? No, that came out in the fall. Wait, one thing at a time. The brain can't handle this anymore. Sorry. Big show, March 16th, Adams County Historical Society. Spotlight On, a live recording of Spotlight On with Tim Smith and Gary Edelman. These guys have known each other for 40, 50 years. They are best friends and historians. And we're going to talk about their lives as individuals, and then eventually how their paths crossed, and boom, history is made in the history field with these two renowned historians that everybody knows and loves, and they're fun guys to talk to. So be there in the audience with us. Go to addressinggettysburg.com, go to the events tab, and there you'll find it. Get yourself a ticket, and everything will be okay. Of course, it goes to a great cause. Some of that money is going to go to the Adams County Historical Society, and it's also going to help your buddy at Addressing Gettysburg finance his plans.
AKA Bethany.
Yes, it's going to help Bethany buy cameras for her YouTube videos. All right, and what did you say about That's What She Said?
That's what she said. You just launched one.
Yeah.
Last week? Or was that this week? No,
it was this week.
It was this week?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's when I sent you the comments.
It was
People
last
really
week,
liked it with Cornelia Hancock. Is that what it
Mm-hmm.
was? Yeah. People really liked it, apparently. They sent some nice things.
We're pretty cool.
I'm telling you, I told you guys. I told you.
And for those like Colby who forget about, taco trivia.
And don't forget Taco Trivia Tuesday on a Sunday and a Saturday. It's the 17th of February.
It's time to go. You are losing your mind.
You can get tickets. Actually, the event is also on Facebook, and it's on Addressing Gettysburg podcast Facebook now as a co-host.
Oh, okay. It's not live streamed. I thought it was like, what? We're not live streaming. It's not a show. It's just a lot. It's just a lot of fun. I'm going to host it. I think Pete Mealy's going to be kind of my co-host there. We're going to kind of throw barbs at each other. We have a lot of fun together, Peter and I. And it is the 17th, of course. You can go to seminaryridgemuseum.org or call 717-339-1300. $25 a person, includes tacos and the privilege of being in the presence of me and Peter Mealy. And also, where's it going to be? It's going to be in the refectory, folks. If you haven't been to the refectory over at the seminary, you got to get there. It's a really cool old building. Lots of history there. You can imagine the young... What do they call them? People who were going to school, seminarians, the young seminarians eating their meals there. And there's a spoon, I believe, or a fork from World War I, that era. And then there's some kind of meaning to it hanging on the wall. And you can go and see it all there and have a lot of fun with us, everything. I'm hungry. You're hungry. We're all hungry. I'm learning. You're learning. So let's learn together how to get home and eat some frickin' food. Colby, thank you very much for your due diligence in the back there, as always. Thank you for letting us test out that microphone there that Bethany's got. Cindy, great job setting up our guest, Brian Smith. Brian Smith, thank you for coming on. And sorry, everybody, you guys, thanks for watching. Have yourselves a great one. It's good to see all you in there. We had a good number of viewers, and we'll have more next week with Jake Shindell. Talk to you later.
AG Today's opening theme is written and performed by Colin Southfield and the Mushroom Country Band. Bumper music is arranged and performed by Billy Webster and sometimes Kevin MacLeod. AG Today is produced by Matt Cowlery, Bethany Yingling, Debbie Jones, and Cindy Compton. Engineered by Colby Sumner and maybe sometimes someone else. Guest accommodations are provided by the guests themselves. We'll need a couple thousand patrons to be able to put people up in hotels. Speaking of patrons, maybe you'd like to become one. You'll find plenty of perks over there, not to mention hundreds of episodes that will help you further your Gettysburg and Civil War education. So go to patreon.com/addressinggettysburg. I'm Globos Grande, the voice of Addressing Gettysburg. Thanks for listening.
Chattanooga.
I've never heard of that.
I am a very pretty man.
I declare bankruptcy!
This concludes our broadcast day.